The broadcast is live.
Oh my God, you guys were live.
Hello.
How is everyone doing this eve?
Good.
That's exciting. We're gonna let everyone get in this chat real quick, gather some friends. Oh my gosh. Yes. Hi, Bill. Hi, Daniela. Oh my gosh, we're gonna just like crush this live. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. I think it'll be so fun.
I'm nervous for absolutely.
Hi, Tori. Hello.
We love Tori. Tori and Bill, they're so fun.
Bill. That's what her husband's name was. I couldn't think of it the other day.
Hello, Thrifty Stew. That's just what I'm calling him.
Hi, Danka. Hi, Dave.
Love it. Love it. I'm just pulling up the comments for the chat as well because
Is
there's
wine
like a lot. They're just going to roll in.
Can I have a...
Is wine allowed or like we're going to be kicked out?
Oh, no. You can have your drinks.
Okay.
You can absolutely have your drinks.
Excuse me, absolutely not.
I don't...
Oh, yeah. Nick cannot have his drinks.
Yeah.
You can have water. Okay.
Kiki's mom. We were just talking about you on our walk. We were. It was fun. All good things.
Yeah.
All good things. I was trying to figure out. I could remember what you were wearing when you came up to us at Starbucks.
Hi, Lou. Oh my gosh. Hi, Canary Closet.
So quick ship quick.
What's up, Tiffany Hugo? Hey.
Hola.
I love it. Okay. So hello everyone. Welcome to today's Tuesday Talks live chat. I've got some very special guests. I'm not sure how they're appearing on your screen, but we'll start top to bottom.
I have a very high self-image.
We've got Nick, aka NCI-Resale.
Hi guys.
Nick. Nick is also very tall. So
yeah, well, not as tall as they are.
That's very true.
I will say I think Jack in person is the tallest one.
Yes.
Okay.
And he's like
if any of you ever get the chance to meet Jack and Ryan, like the first time I met them, I was sitting down and I stood up to say hi, and I'm 6 feet tall. Like I'm not short, and I went.
Yeah, you're 100% like a full.
I think
it's like clouds going around the top.
I'm like I think a little bit taller than Nick on a good day.
Yeah.
Hard.
I think like 6'2".
Speaking of Jack, Jack and Ryan are down below with us today. Hello, guys.
Hi.
Thank you for having me.
And for those who may not know, they are not just best friends; they are fiancés, right?
We're just PFS.
No, we're just roommates.
I love it. I love it.
You know, I don't have my good ring on today. I'm sorry.
I love it. Hi, Andrea. Welcome to the live. Oh my gosh, wait. Thrift Holla is saying we're all handsome, so thank you.
Oh, thank you, Thrift Holla.
Thanks, girl.
Let me give it
So for everyone in the chat, we're going to get started with our first topic, and it's about Posh Fest. Love it. So
never heard of it.
Here's a question. Well, no, let me give some backstory. So we all officially met at Posh Fest 2019, had a great time.
Very true.
I don't think we met soon enough, but that's okay. You know, we're here now.
Yeah.
And you know, Posh Fest was great with everything going on. I'm curious if you guys think Posh Fest 2020 will happen.
I think it's pretty safe that it will happen.
I think
with
it'll be
the timing that it usually is. I would hope and pray and assume that it should happen. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
but like,
for those who don't know, Posh Fest generally happens in the fall, somewhere like in the October month.
I was going to say, wasn't it first weekend of October?
Yes, the
last year.
Third and fourth. Yeah,
it was last year. It was the first weekend in October. The year before, it was the second weekend in October, and then the year before that, it was the last weekend in September. So it's usually around the last week in September, early October time frame.
Yeah.
I think it'll probably fall somewhere around that again. It's like a nice sweet spot because it's like a good enough time before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, before all the holidays happen,
Oh my God.
but kind of after summer is kind of wrapping up, so people are more so getting into like the vibe of the regular year and everything.
yeah.
Hey, Denali. Hannah says, don't they usually
Hi,
announce it in
Denali.
May?
Did you get your pennies cleaned up? I'm screaming her for that every time we see her.
Oh my gosh. Hannah said, do they usually announce it in May? Yes. I believe it was May 13th, just because I remember dates pretty well. But I feel like that announcement might be on hold until we know what's going to happen with
Yeah,
life.
Yeah,
I agree.
that's kind of what
It's gotten-
my like suspicion is that they won't do the big like like scavenger hunt reveal. It'll be
Right.
like pushed back a little bit, but they'll just say like it's here. Here's the tickets.
Right.
It's got
2 weeks before.
progressively, like the date where they've released like when and where it is has gotten progressively like farther out into the summer
Right.
over the years. Because the first time, well, and this is also kind of an interesting thing, is because like when I bought my ticket for Posh Fest in Chicago in 2017, I bought it in August. They had been for sale for 4 months because they released them in March that year, March or April.
You still gotta
And there were under like 500 people that went to that one. And so that's kind of crazy putting in perspective like how much it's grown too.
Right.
But yeah, so pro tip, if you want to go to Posh Fest, buy your ticket right away because they sold out super fast last year. And then they did like a second release because I know they had to like get permission from the venue to like have more people and have more space in the venue. So they didn't get like fire coded.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm like,
That
that was
was
my
last
first
year.
Posh Fest. That was not yours, Nick. That was, what number was it for you? 4?
3.
3. Jack and Ryan, what about you?
It was
That was
our
our
first.
It was your first.
Yeah, well,
were you kind of shocked?
We got our tickets ours were transferred to us like the day before transfers were cut off.
That was a bad idea.
So
I
like
would not
luckily it was
recommend
our first.
Yeah. Everyone in the comments, have you guys been to Posh Fest? I'm curious. Did you guys go to Posh Fest 2019? Because I had like the best time.
Oh my
it.
god.
It was so much fun. I
Like,
had a blast.
like if there's one thing that if you're a posher specifically and you want to invest in your business, invest in this event because it is the best networking ever. You have access to everyone on Posh, including the CEO, Manish. You have access to every single person that is front facing and on the back end, coding and everything. You have, you can ask all the questions. You can make suggestions. You can have those like heart-to-heart chats with the people that you don't normally have access to.
Yeah.
It's super fun.
Yeah, I had like the highest of high expectations for it, and it literally blew those out of the water. So like, it was so much fun.
Right. Leslie, that's where I met Leslie in person.
I met you all.
Loved it.
That was so fun. Remember when we met you in the Phoenix airport at that like weird little Starbucks?
Oh yeah, before it even happened.
That was so
It was
fun.
great.
It's so sweet. Leslie's one of the nicest people.
Love it. Sound clicking. Sound is
Yeah,
clicking.
someone's sound is clicking.
I know,
I
is
can
that
hear it
us?
too.
Is it me? I don't think it's
It might be
me.
you.
Is it me? Oh, it
Yeah,
might be
I
me.
can still hear
Hold on.
Is it from our microphone?
It went away. It's
Can you
Blake.
guys hear me?
It went away.
Yeah, I think it was
It's
your
like-
your earphones in the jack.
Sorry. My computer gets warm, so
Oh.
like the fan comes on. I apologize.
What kind of
No,
computer?
it's fine. I was like, why does it sound like we're in like a horror movie and it's just get like noise?
Yeah.
I apologize about that noise. Technology.
It's great
That's
until
weird.
it doesn't work.
Sounds like a dog drinking water. Oh my god, you guys.
Sisters.
I'm so
I love
sorry.
these comparisons.
Okay, so
Mike, no. Where is Mike? He's asleep. We just got back from a walk.
Yeah.
Boy, it was tired. Anyway.
Mike, your dog.
Yes, the pug.
Yes.
We love Mike.
So for those who maybe haven't met you guys yet, who's full-time, part-time, what's your bandwidth with reselling?
Nick, you go first.
Nick, okay. So I'm a full-time college student. Right now I go to Zoom University.
Big mood.
I think everybody's going to that
Oh my
university.
God.
Because of the current situation, which is fine, but I would consider myself a full-time posher as well, as in like that's my, or full-time reseller, because that's my income. That's what I do. That's how I pay for school, and pay for all of my other stuff that I do, living expenses and so on and so forth. But yeah,
That's
Jack
awesome.
Ryan.
So I am full time. I use it to pay for everything in my life. Yeah, I don't, there's
Yeah.
not much to say.
I know.
Like,
I'm kind of in the same.
full-time.
I'm kind of in the same boat as Nick, where like I'm a college student, but it's also my like this is my main source of income. Like this is how I keep the lights on in our lovely 2-bedroom. But it's a weird like give and take because my major is so intense. So it's like school's full-time job and then Poshmark's full-time job. So it's a good time. Love it.
That's great. And Nick, I know that you used to formerly be 18 in Thrift, I think was your name, right?
Yeah.
And he evolved.
Got older.
And before that, it was 17 in Thrift.
I wonder how many
Before that,
people
it was
still like
16
think of you as 18 in Thrift.
Oh, I do.
I forgot
I do.
to be completely honest.
I just took it out of my bio. I used to have it in my Instagram bio, like, yes.
Formerly,
I used to
the
be-
artist formerly known as
I
18 in
would
Thrift.
get DMs from people like, what happened to him?
Yeah,
And I'm like,
You
Is
should
he
be-
gone?
You know what happened? He did.
that's awesome. And just to share with everyone, because I know Nick has talked about this before, Posh really, I mean, he said he does this full time, but with school, he was able to buy a car with his Posh earnings, which is like a huge deal because, I mean, that's real life buying.
It's a
Yeah,
car.
That's such an
pretty
accomplishment.
insane.
I did.
Good for
yes.
you. Thumbs up.
Yay, round of applause.
Yeah. Thumbs up the
I
chat
bought
for
my-
Poshmark buying a car.
Yes.
Mhm.
I bought my cute toaster on wheels.
The Kia Soul.
I have a Kia Soul. I have a
Wow.
hamster car, but I love it. It's green, but not the ugly lime green.
Oh yeah.
No,
Sorry if you like
she's a
lime
pastel
green,
green.
bright
Yeah.
lime green.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
But y'all
green.
know what
It's
I'm
okay,
talking
green.
about.
Cute.
It's not any of these
Um,
greens.
No, it's definitely not this like pattern.
It's like forest green, like dark green. But yeah, it's a 2016, so it was used, new to me, but you know, still nice. It has all the nice stuff. It was the upgraded version. But yeah, I was able to buy myself a car. I was able to pay my entire tuition of school off this year. I'm going to college 100% debt free.
Yes,
because
honey.
of what-
Yeah.
We love no student loans.
That's
I'm selling
amazing.
on Poshmark. I'm able to support my expensive taste in fashion and accessories. Hi, my name's
Sweet.
Nick. I have a problem with clothes.
Same.
But yeah, it's been great. I'm incredibly thankful and grateful that I'm able to do this, and I love doing it. It never feels like I'm working. I mean, that's kind of a lie. It's a lot of work, but I
Yeah.
like doing the work.
No, it's definitely
So,
your time.
That makes up for it.
It's such a good job for a college student. Like I did that my whole last year of college. It's just like it's
so nice
to be able to pick your own schedule and yeah.
And
The
you,
And do more when
flexibility,
you have more time, and do less when you don't have any time.
exactly.
Great.
And you make so much more money than like a typical like college student.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love it.
I would like to showcase a question. Hannah asked, what's all of your best tips for financing when it comes to reselling? Do you save a certain amount of money to only use when shipping instead of a credit card? I think she's referencing not just Poshmark because that's not the case on Poshmark.
Mhm.
I think in general, I always tell people when you start selling, use stuff from your home so you don't have to go into technical debt
Very
to
true.
buy inventory. But I always say, once you have profit, save some of that profit so that you can spend it on shipping for eBay, for example,
Yes.
or to get your next round of inventory. I don't recommend going into debt or
Oh,
putting
no.
it on a credit card
Mm-mm.
because
No,
that
ma'am.
balance could quickly escalate and you might forget to pay it off.
Mhm.
It's not good.
My biggest tip that's kind of related to that, and I can't say like how much this has helped me, but get a separate account
I know.
for
What kind of account?
reselling, or get a credit card that's only dedicated to reselling, so you have a way of tracking what you're spending, and then get a savings. I have a like a debit card, like bank account, just for my reselling, and then I have a savings account just for my reselling, and that makes my life so much easier when it comes to taxes, when it comes to sourcing inventory, shipping, bookkeeping, because all of my information is just in that. Because online banking is so advanced and helpful nowadays. Like it basically compiles all of my receipts into one form, so I know what I spent, what I have to spend, and that helps me kind of keep track of what I have. And then I pay myself.
Yeah.
I pay myself a fixed percentage of what I make.
Right.
So that way I never am like flip-flopping on what I have,
Yeah.
what I'm paying myself, what I'm saving for my business or whatnot.
Yeah.
And I think it's also important to note like that might take some time to build up profit or to have that money, but there's no rush. There's no rush to get more, because if you do have the money, it's just you're gonna need to make bigger purchases, or to have a bigger
spend money to make money.
So the investment, it's good if you start out with separating the income, like Nick was saying, recommending, if you want to get a credit card separately, but like first and foremost, get a separate bank account to put your earnings into. Like, oh wait, there was a couple questions for you, Nick. Do you live on campus or not on campus?
I don't live in campus. I live in my parents' house. It allows me to save a bunch of money and allows me to go to school debt free.
Yeah.
And I live 20 minutes. I live 20 minutes outside of Minneapolis, and my school I go to is in Minneapolis. I go to the University of Minnesota. If there's any Gopher alumni in the chat,
Jebby.
But no, I do live at home, and it allows me also to run my whole business out of my house. I'm thankful to have parents who are very supportive of my business, and so I have my entire basement as like my inventory shipping station office area, and it works out fantastic.
Great. And someone asked, where is this? Do you have to have an official business to have a separate account? No, you don't have to have a. Oh, hold on. If you want to have a business account, yes. But if you're just doing this starting out, and maybe you're just going to do this part time, and you're probably not going to make more than like 10 to 15K in a year, you don't absolutely have to. You could just open another personal account.
Yeah.
If you go to an accountant, I am not a tax professional, seek tax advice, etc. But if you're just earning like a couple extra grand a year, and when I say a couple, I mean like no more than 20, they're probably just going to say, get a separate bank account and keep track of everything. But once you start making like full-time income money, you're going to absolutely want a business account.
And the best advice I have is like, it's better to be safe than sorry. Like if sorry, I'm very Minnesotan. They were making fun of me yesterday.
I will continue.
It's better to be safe than sorry. So if you are comfortable filing for your business, some states are easier than others, and you're only making, say, like 10,000 gross a year, I would still recommend getting a business license. It seems intimidating. It's not. I mean, for me in Minnesota, thankfully Minnesota has super easy, super great for small businesses. It literally took me 15 minutes to register my LLC with the Secretary of State. It cost $155, which is tax deductible, and then it's $90 every year to renew that. And then with that information, I got an EIN, which allows me to file my taxes. I have a fantastic CPA. His name's Mike.
Wait, hold on. Wait, Nick, I want to talk about the EIN. So for those that don't know, an EIN is instead of using your social security number, like on your business, it's a separate number. So you don't have to have your personal information on your tax documents that could maybe one day be public or like attached to your business.
True. But also, if you are like a single person, and again, I'm not an accountant, Jack is.
Very true.
But if you are a single person, so I have an LLC, but in the state of Minnesota, a single person LLC is the exact same thing as a sole proprietorship. So when I file my taxes, even though it's under my business name, it's also my personal taxes. So it's not like I'm filing taxes twice. I'm not filing taxes as a business and then a person. I'm filing taxes as me, but under my business. And that says to the IRS, like, even though I'm not making $400,000 a year or whatever, that says to the IRS, like, this is an actual person. We can trust that their deductions and everything are business-like. And again, I can't emphasize this enough. Find a CPA that you trust.
Yep.
And even if you're confused about how everything works, just set up a consultation with one. It's usually free. And they'll tell you what you need to do, what you need to sign up for to file. But yeah, that's my best piece of advice. That really helped me out. having a resource to go to figure out what I needed to do. And it made it seamless. Like to do my taxes for 2019, which are done.
Praise.
I still haven't
Same.
done one yet. Oh my god. Ooh.
So question, this turned into a really like business oriented chat.
It did. I was like, whoa,
I
we're
wasn't
like
prepared to
in
talk
tax
numbers.
class again. This is a lot.
I'm so sorry. I mean, these are great questions though.
Yeah.
Someone said something about receipts. Do you use like QuickBooks or something to take pictures of receipts? Jack and Ryan, what do you do?
We both use QuickBooks self-employed. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's such a
Best
blessing.
thing
It
ever.
makes like it's like now it's like
so
25 or 27 bucks a month, but like
It's so
track your
nice.
miles, it tracks your
It's so
expenses, it
amazing.
tracks like everything. It's wonderful.
And isn't it? You can hook it up to TurboTax.
Yeah, when you're filing them.
So you know,
Import.
just plug in all your information and hit pay, and just there the money goes. You know, right out the account. It's amazing. But no, I'm an old fashioned. I keep all my receipts in like coupon organizers.
Same.
In case the IRS comes after me, I say I have the literal receipts here.
Yeah.
You know, keep them for 10 years. That's what my parents did. That's what I plan on doing.
For those who don't want to use QuickBooks or don't need to, you can absolutely take pictures, put them in the cloud somewhere,
Mhm.
You don't even
or,
need
or
to take
scan them.
as long as you make a spreadsheet or something with the numbers.
Oh,
and
That's
yeah.
what I do,
Just
yeah.
like put them into like a little like Google Sheets.
That's what I do. I have a
Mhm.
Google Sheets where I just write. I keep track of what I spend, and then I keep my receipts. I like physical copies. The way my CPA put it is that if you have one or the other, as long as you have something that proves it, I just would find it easier to keep just a box of receipts. I have a big file folder where I keep them all in.
Yeah.
That proves easiest to me, but it's really whatever works best for each individual person.
And I'd like to recommend personally the Mile IQ if you're not someone who wants to use QuickBooks, because I personally don't, because I track everything my own way because I'm good with math and numbers, so like that works for me. I know it doesn't work for everyone because it can be overwhelming, especially come tax time. But Mile IQ is really good. It locationally tracks you, and you can just categorize. And after, it kind of learns your history of going to the same stores, it will auto like save it, so you don't even have to worry about like, oh yeah, I went to the thrift store in wherever today. It's awesome.
Oh, that sounds so nice. No, I was too bad for Jack. He always sits at the counter and like plugs in all the miles, and like we have to like remember where we went that day.
Oh, QuickBooks has it. You can do it through QuickBooks. That exact same thing. That's what I do.
Yeah, that's what we do too. And like it does track, but I don't know. I just like personally like to plug in my own
Got it.
like trips. I don't know why. It's just
I feel like
it's a lot
not-
more work, but it's
yeah.
like personal
And you
preference.
can be
I don't
more
know.
So for
confident in
people
it.
who don't know,
It's like-
Jack and Ryan travel up to where I live to go sourcing quite often. If you don't follow their channel, which I'm sure most people do because they're amazing, but they drive a lot, like a lot.
Jack drives a lot. I don't. do
Very
driving.
true.
Oh yeah, Ryan would crash the car on the way up.
No,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
I'm
We make it out of the like apartment parking lot, and we just.
okay. I'm not that bad of a driver. Side note, it's not that bad.
Nick, can you come closer to your microphone?
Yes, sorry.
Thank
Can
you.
hear me better now?
Sorry.
And just in that quick break, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, everybody. There's 87 people in here. You should have 87 thumbs ups. Thank you so much.
I did, so everyone like be like me.
Oh wait,
give
hold
it a
on.
thumbs up.
I can do it with my phone.
And Ginger Bear, where's that question? I'm sorry, there's so many. Blake, did you get a business license since you're in CA? No, I don't have a business license yet, but with all my ventures happening, like PoshBossBlake.com, where you can get custom thank you note cards.
Oh my god,
Shameless plug.
this is the only reason why he brought us on, so he could show people his custom printable thank you note
He
cards.
says, "Okay, have a good night."
He's like,
So-
okay, bye guys, great talking to you.
You guys, self-promotion. Everybody's links to everyone's Posh Closets, Instagrams, everything will be in the description. So feel free to explore and see what everybody's up to. I'm going to switch gears to kind of shift from the business.
Tax
Quick,
101.
Numbers being
lighten it up. Let's go to what random question? Okay, totally unreseller related. But if someone gave you $1,000, okay, pretend everything's fine in the world, what would you spend it on?
Oh no.
Like a fun thing?
Yeah, it could be whatever you want. It's your $1,000 and the world is fine. So what are you gonna spend it on? Oh,
Are y'all not gonna go? Okay, I'm gonna go. I am a shoe person. I have a lot of shoes. And the shoes that I really want right now are from Prada, and they are these runners. They're hard to explain. They're like chunky runners, and I love them. They're one of the first designs that Raf Simons, if you know who that is doing for Prada, and they're so cool. I love Raf Simons. He's the one who did Calvin Klein collection for the last few years. He made the really cool boots that Mama Rue wears. Paul's race all the time.
Yeah, she sure does.
So
love it. Okay.
So yeah, that's what I would buy.
What would you guys? You would have $2,000 between the two.
No,
I'll take my 1,000.
That's so rich. We have different.
That says I got $1,000 right now from that bundle I sold.
I would either buy a black pug, or I would go on the Real and finally get some Balenciaga Triple S. I'm like so behind because like they're so like 2 years ago at this point, but I still am dying to have some. And then I would like clear out some of my wish list on the Real.
Okay, Denali, thank you. We get it.
Denali, you're so smart. You're so smart.
I'll use the leftover money.
Okay.
Oh, we have a lot.
Step number one, I would buy a bounce. I wouldn't buy a bounce house. I would rent the bounce house, just to like de-stress and have a good old time. It'd be so much fun. And then I would go to Michael's.
Crafty.
That's the most art teacher thing I've ever heard.
I know. Okay, so for the people that don't know, hi, I'm pre-service art teacher. So anytime I get the opportunity to go to a craft store, heaven. It's like nirvana. I love it so much. I would just buy everything. And then I would look up like bad YouTube tutorials for how to craft things with my, whatever's left over in supplies.
Love crafting.
It'd be so much fun.
What's like your go-to like craft? Like if someone was like, here,
what's my go-to craft? Okay, I love making, what are those called? I think they're like God's eyes. You like glue two popsicle sticks together and then like weave yarn around it. It's
okay.
So fun.
Those melt-a-bead things.
Okay.
Oh, you do the. It's like a diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah, you glue them in like an X, and then you like glue a little piece of yarn in it, and then like weave it around. Or melty beads.
Oh, the iron.
Yes.
Pearly
little beads you put on the like.
Of not born in.
I'm having flashbacks to my childhood at the moment.
My mom brought that up. So my parents are like in the process of downsizing, and she FaceTimed me and was like, "We found out your melty beads. They're pearly beads, is what they're like." And I was like, "Janet, don't get rid of them. Keep them for whenever I can come home again, and I'm gonna use them." I love pearly beads. They're so fun.
Do you guys might be too young, especially Nick. Do you guys remember Boggle? Anyone in the chat?
Oh.
Or like, oh no, Boon. Oh no, sorry, wrong word. Boondoggle.
No.
Boondoggle.
Boondoggle is like plastic string that you would braid and make like keychains with.
Oh my god!
The ones that were like kind of sticky and it would stick to it.
Oh, scary noise.
Is that what that was called? You'd make like it was like you could like make them and they would like twist and you could do like two different colors.
Yes, and you could like wait, oh my god, Boondoggle.
These I loved these.
Yes, and you could get like so crafty with it.
Fun. Yeah, we used to make these in daycare. Yeah. Oh my god, I loved these.
You could make keychains, you could make friendship bracelets.
I just picture Blake showing up to like middle school with like his like bracelets all up his arms.
I did the Boondoggle clean from 6th grade. I remember I used to make these like 12-string like masterpieces, and they would twist.
Oh wait, hold on. Do you guys hear that?
I'm hearing that again.
Hold on.
Who's eating the chips, as Denali said? Nick, is it you this time?
Is it us?
It's Nick.
Oh, it's Nick. I just muted your mic, Nick. It's your mic.
Locked. Get your wind off your mic.
Why?
Can you go get your headset?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get my
AirPods. Get out.
Back.
Okay, I'm gonna mute you.
Enjoy my wife.
I blame the amount of people on the internet these days with all these issues, especially
probably.
So one,
Human beings, probably.
what's the no, I'm just kidding.
It's like, okay,
Nothing's
so
gone.
let's talk about
Tell
Nick's
us
most embarrassing
the
moment.
dirtiest secret about Nick.
Number one.
Oh my gosh. Wait, you guys, what's like people in the chat, what's your like nostalgic child
Yeah.
Like
you
craft.
have the melty beads, the boondoggle. Anyone remember
Light Bright?
Oh! Do you?
Light Bright?
Light Bright.
I remember Christmas, I got a Light Bright. I was like 9. And that's all that I did. I locked myself in my closet for like weeks.
I love Light Bright.
And I just, like, I did all the
I
Light
think
Bright.
Nick's locked on mute.
Oh my God.
Wait, Nick, unmute your microphone.
Can he hear us?
There we go.
Okay, can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did
It's
you
working.
put the chips
Yes.
away?
Stop.
Oh my gosh, wait.
Light Bright.
Okay.
Now I can like
Light
with your
Bright.
Pot holders with a loom, girly
Wait,
girl style. I know exactly what you're talking about. Listening to
Wait,
a
what do you mean?
smell
What's a loom? What's a loom?
like a. You never did those?
What's
It's this
pot
like
holders?
it was like a
I don't know
it was
what
like a piece of plastic with a circle, and it had pegs all around it, and you got these like little hair tie things and like a crochet hook, and you would like weave them together to make these like little pot holders. I remember I always tried to make them, and I would get so mad I would just give up.
Oh my god, wait, Easy Bake Oven.
Oh, Lord.
Have
Yes.
So that's the thing we called because they're dangerous.
have,
In the bins, I
have
found
you ever
like
lived
these.
unless you burned yourself in an easy bake oven?
I remember my sister had one, and we tried to make all the food, and it was just so bad. It was so.
I mean, it's a light bulb.
Yeah.
It was, yeah, I know. It's like
Yikes.
a microwave with a little.
I'll do Joe. Mukbang.
Oh my god, Denali. Nick thought it was a mukbang.
Yeah, he just has his like chips.
I don't have any more of my good chips.
Oh my god, Hugo, stop it. I'm not posting that comment.
Instead of drawing and working at her aunt's sweatshop.
You guys are bad.
The tags off the Forever 21 clothing.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm gonna pivot, because that's the word of the day. Pivot to a reselling question. What's active for you guys? Like, what's actively selling? Like, for me, it's activewear and like shorts and skirts, like spring stuff.
Okay, so I've seen like 2 specific things. And I've seen other people say this online. Home goods, which never sell on Posh ever, but in the past week I've sold like 3.
What
Yeah.
kind of?
And I've seen I
saw the
had like
pillowcase,
some
yeah.
like anthropology pots, and I had some anthropology like wall hooks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Okay.
guess since people are stuck at home, they probably want to decorate.
Yeah.
Or they're trying to spice things up.
Too.
Yeah. And then like here and there, I've been selling like luxury items. So my thought process on that is like
Mm-hmm.
the higher ups at companies are still safe in their job and they're working from home, and they now can't go to like Nordstrom or like expensive
They can't
boutiques
go, like,
and stuff.
Physical shopping.
And so
Mhm.
they're buying expensive stuff online.
Very true.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like loungewear I'm seeing. Like very like sweatshirts. I've been selling a lot of like leggings, a lot of athleisure. I think a lot of things that people can like work from home in, but
Yeah.
not at like a super expensive price point. Like majority of my sales have been between like, $20 and $60, which is like, we love a sale. But it's definitely like the market for me hasn't been as like high end as I'm kind of like used to seeing. But yeah.
Yeah, Jennifer. People are sick of looking at the same wall.
Looking at the same 4 walls. before.
Probably.
I get it.
Now that they're stuck at home, they're like, we got to replace some of this stuff.
This has not even been up for like maybe 6 months, but I'm like, do I want to change this already? Like,
No, I love that
Sweet
color.
color
It's so
swatch.
cute, like Robin's egg. When you
Just
like hop in front of it with that ring light.
Yeah, it is.
Ugh.
It makes you stand out.
Okay. Side note.
He says,
do
"I'm
you
pop
like,
anywhere."
Do you like the ring light? Do you think it's worth it?
Yeah.
wait,
Did you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been saying anything?
We're just ignoring him.
Just like, okay, yeah, Nick.
We're like-
I think I got muted.
You were muted again?
I don't know. I don't have any audio. I can't hear anything.
Can you
oh,
hear me now? Nick, sorry. Oof.
so weird. Wait, what were we talking about? The ring light. Do I think it's yes, I do. I will say this. I had a light kit already, not a ring light. Because I did my own photography like before Poshmark, just in general with things. So, oh my God, stop.
You like the ring light though?
Yeah.
Do I what?
You like the like the ring light though?
Moreover.
Okay, hold on, Nick. Hold on.
Just kick him out, you know? Bye.
I do. There's downsides. There's pros and cons. If you're taking pictures of like dresses or like longer items, I would honestly probably recommend that you get traditional lights, like two
Like,
boxes.
That's what we have.
That's what we have. But like,
If you
don't
want.
find too many like maxi dresses. Like, I really definitely feel like we stay in that.
Yeah, I just you have to pull the light back far with you like a pair of
Yeah.
pants.
I
Nick,
literally can't hear anything.
But we can hear you.
I can
Nick, answer your
Sorry
text.
for the ugliness that is about to ensue.
Oh God. What's going to happen? Oh.
he's on his phone.
It's not that bad.
Is your Bluetooth? Is his Bluetooth on?
Watch.
I
it's
think he
not.
has his AirPods
The
in.
AirPods are dead.
Selectively ignoring him. No.
Put R in right here. That's
Just selectively.
Nick, can you hear us? Testing. Okay, so while he's figuring that out, Tamsin, hi Tamsin, welcome. She loves the ring light. Same.
Oh, Tamsin.
Sorry.
Yeah, see, we
Hi,
have two like box studio lights, and we were like considering getting a ring light and replacing the two.
Mm-hmm.
But now that you say that's like not a good idea, I'm like,
Yeah.
Nick, can you hear us?
Blake's contact picture.
Oh, what happened?
Maybe we should. Can he call back on a laptop?
Yeah. Sorry, you guys. Can you join again via a?
He's already
Sorry.
writing a strongly worded email.
I'd like to speak to a manager.
He
We'll never
says,
know,
"Dear
Johnny."
SteamYard."
Okay, so Nick will join us. Nick will join us. So sorry about that.
Plot twist. Blocked.
We're back to the original. It was just gonna be us and you.
Someone commented. Sorry, you guys. Just catching up on the comments.
I know, I'm trying to keep up with the comments too.
There's so many. Thank you guys for being so active. This is
Thank you everyone for coming.
Yeah.
Like,
Thank
seriously.
you for coming out to chit chat on a Tuesday night at 9:30.
Oh wait. Here's an idea. Tiffany Hugo. You guys use panel lights?
Okay.
So
What's this?
rectangles of lights.
Can I still take
A
good
panel
Instagram
light.
pictures in them though?
I've never heard of that.
That's a great question. If he can,
Ooh.
we're texting Nick.
We know how to answer.
Yeah.
We have his phone.
And I think he read the lips with "Can you hear me?"
Yeah. Wait, how do I? We love a good panel lighting. I think something to note for people that are just getting into Posh or maybe don't want to make the investment, you absolutely do not need to buy lighting.
No.
Ma'am.
There's so many apps, including your phone settings, that can brighten, lighten, change the warmth to your photos. So definitely utilize them.
Tap go.
There's free apps as well. So you don't need it. If you do want to, and you want to like level up your photography or your videos for whatever reason, I definitely recommend the ring light. And
There's a lot of tools like that when you start off, you definitely do not
You
need
don't
them.
need
Like
them.
even a label printer. But
No.
when you start to like really grow, they do save you time and they are helpful.
Yeah.
Ring lights and
Like-
label printers are the main ones. I would
We
say.
got our label printer in the summer.
Yeah,
So,
we
you know,
just got
We
one.
both went like years doing this with like, regular, like you cut the label out of the piece of paper. And we just got it. And oh my God,
It does save a lot of time.
But,
But
like-
it's so not necessary.
yeah. Also look at it, like compare volume. So like we have a lot more items. Therefore we just kind of like innately have a lot more like coming in, going out. So it's a lot easier and a lot less wasteful if we have a label printer versus if we have like a traditional printer
Yeah.
with like, we can only print like one label per piece of paper. So we're recycling all that paper. So
Okay, now I'm dark as heck, but I'm here.
And,
turn a light on.
we can hear you.
what
Okay.
little gremlin in a cave?
Yes, still, yes, they do. Depending on your business, they absolutely do pay for themselves in a month.
Mhm.
Very true.
Absolutely. I will say I did.
Big point.
What'd you say?
Tax deductible too.
At a
It is.
glance,
It is. It's a business expense.
Oh yeah.
there's a bug.
Once you get a business account, tax deductible things are the best thing ever.
Very true.
Like trips to Posh Fest.
Very true.
Yeah, anything you eat over there, anytime you go to Starbucks, she's tax deductible.
I will say the benefit, if you have a small space, the ring light is great because you only need one setup. Whereas when I did my box lights,
Oh, let me light.
I have a studio, so like I don't have a separate room, so it was so much space, and I had to set it up and break it down every day because it was so much space.
That's
the ring light.
That's why we wanted to switch out, is because the box lights really take up so much space.
It's a lot.
Like, and I really like, I don't want to keep breaking them down and putting them up like every other day. So like we keep them open and standing, and they're kind of a pain. But,
Right. Oh wait, Posh with Pets said you need a ring light.
He needs a ring light. Yeah, I think Nick
does need a ring light.
But Nick, you're not like too active on YouTube, right? It's more Instagram.
Well, I have a YouTube channel, and I am actively trying to post more. I have a video that I'm editing right now. So keep watching, subscribe to my channel at Nick Woskoski if you want. But I'm just in my bedroom right now. I'm not in my photo studio, which is why my lighting is trash. Because like Jack and Ryan, I have box lights, and I don't want to haul them up 2 flights of stairs.
Yeah.
I get that. The box lights are good if you have a dedicated space.
Yes, I have a photo studio. So, studio.
Alrighty.
We have a living room with a white wall.
It's like an offset area with a wall, and then I have my lights, and then I have my rack with my unlisted inventory all hanging on it. So it's really convenient for me to do everything. And then I have my desktop computer right next to it as well. So yes, if I really would have put more thought into this and knew I was going to look like I was living in the shadows, I would have hauled my lights up. But as long as you can hear me and I can actually hear you guys, we're good.
I have a question.
Just turn the flashlight on you.
Yes.
So who here has or has had a mannequin, and what are your thoughts on that?
Oh my god.
I got rid of it.
Like a hot second. I hated it. I had us get rid of it quick because I just like didn't like it.
I will say she was cheap. Her name was Samanthakin. Bad. She was styrofoam on the inside, so when you would like raise her and lower her and like move her around, the styrofoam like deteriorated. It was awful.
Oh, wow.
So I think like they'd be nice to have if I was like somebody who did have a lot of like, you know, things that needed to be like modeled or like, you know, be on a mannequin. But I'm like, I kind of don't.
Except Renee. I love Renee's mannequin.
Okay.
Hoda,
here's my theory. Hoda is the exception.
Yeah. But what do you guys think? Have you guys had mannequins at any point, or do you?
So I had a mannequin, and I took pictures of tops on and dresses on my mannequin, like always, for an year, like 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
But this was before I made my like photo studio setup. And then after I did my photo studio, I found, and like over time, I found that hanging pictures like just did better for me. Like that's what I preferred to do. And so now I have like my consistent setup with all of my pictures, and I think it looks nice. But yes, I had a mannequin. Her name was Jessica.
Jessica.
I bought Jessica at an Postal that was closing near my house. So and she was navy blue. She was actually a pretty nice mannequin, but she said Arrow right here.
That's super bad.
I sold at least 2,000 pieces of clothing with Jessica in the picture. So
someone said, Lou, hi Lou, too much time to dress a mannequin.
I know. It takes forever.
I personally agree. It is nuts. Like especially if you're full-time and you have to like pump out 15 to 20 sets of images in a day, that's going to take up a lot of time. However, I am team mannequin for dresses and vintage in particular, because
vintage is a good one.
You really need to like see how things lay on a body, because you know the clothing is older, so it may have been altered. You want to see how tight it might be or fitted, because a lot of times vintage clothing is more tapered.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
things that are like strapless or like bandeaus. Oh my gosh! Like to photograph that is like impossible.
Yeah.
Flat lay.
One, you kind of like do a flat lay or something.
I help with that. To like, especially if I have something that's like really finicky. I don't know.
Yeah.
I do my everything to avoid like a full picture. So like I'll do everything I can to find a model picture because I'm like, okay, like this is a person, so it looks fine. But I'll do like the top half, the bottom half, then any other like details I might need to add. But like, oh god,
Yeah.
if I can do something to avoid it, I will.
Yeah. I think like to your point, it's good for like odd kind of wear, like especially like super fashiony things where it's not just a typical like shirt with sleeves. Like there's draping and ruching.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth it. But that's okay. I love Tori's comment about her Virgie, her plus.
I love how everybody names the mannequin. The mannequin becomes like a part of the home.
It becomes like your coworker.
It is a family member.
It is.
Hoda being the prime example
Literally.
of that.
Queen.
She's
Does
Renee's
Hoda
other
have a
child.
sister?
Hoda has, I think, Renee, how many sisters does Hoda have? She's in here somewhere. If not, I got her phone number.
I saw her. She is in here. She's creeping around.
She's gonna pop out.
Yes, Lou, certain pieces do demand it. Love it. Okay, that's great. So I have actually some Instagram questions.
I love Instagram.
Heck yeah.
I just hit 10,000 followers. Thank you.
So, okay. First question is, this will be good for everyone in the chats as well. Tamsin Threads. Hey girl. She
Hi,
said,
Tamsin. Please bring your sign with you next year if we can go to Posh Fest in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Yes.
I didn't get to take a picture with it, so like
Same.
You're
I did-
funny.
She asked, what is your favorite fashion decade and which decade will be mainstream again? Oh my God. I love it. So I'm going to start because I'm obsessed with the 80s. If I could be this age in the 80s, oh my God, I would have loved it. All the like kind of retro.
I love that
He
shirt.
goes-
I was gonna say that's really cute. That little kooky.
He goes,
moment.
look at me and guess. Like,
I just love, I would have loved to rock, the pop collars on the polos and like the bright colors with the funky hair. That would have been so, and the music, like, oh my God, like, hello, Seen I'm on Fire, Breakfast at Tiffany's, Breakfast Club, like, not Breakfast at Tiffany's, I'm sorry, Breakfast Club.
I love it.
wait, where is it? I'm pointing the wrong way. Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Oh, yes, Audrey, hey girl.
It's big. Ugh. Okay.
Oh, Renee is here. Hoda has a twin.
yeah, I did see
I was
that.
gonna say, I know she has. There's at least two. There's at least two Hodas.
Hi. Oh, oh my gosh, we have someone from Texas. Hey, Tony from Texas.
Hey, Tony from Texas. Texas Tony.
Wait, question for everyone in the chat. Where are you guys all tuning in from?
Yeah.
Where are you listening?
Any
from?
Minnesotans?
I know we have some Canadian friends here.
Minnesota?
They probably feel at home with my accent.
Yeah.
Oh well, then
Oh, I'm sorry.
sorry. Rude.
Krista said 90s are her spiritual fashion home.
Okay.
Girl.
Krista,
Me too. Me too, Krista.
a good high-waisted mom jean and like a grandma Reebok sneaker. Wow.
Okay, I'd probably pick the 70s for like one reason and one reason only. Bell bottoms.
You do.
I have like
You
the
do
weirdest
love a good bell bottom.
obsession with bell bottoms. They're
Oh my
like
God.
the fashion no, but I think they're like the coolest, like most extra,
They
like
are really
crazy
fun.
ass like
Yeah.
jeans. I love them. The colors and disco, like disco.
I hate disco.
I love
music. It's not
disco.
your opinion. It's bad.
I would probably choose the 50s for men's fashion.
Oh, like a greaser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love, if you guys know me, I love a men's high-waisted pleated trouser. I love oversized like men's suiting.
Yeah.
And I would consider my style like a combination of the 50s and the 90s. Like I love a high-waisted pleated trouser with like an oversized t-shirt. Or some Doc Martens.
like a Doc Marten.
I love like the grunge like accessory kind of look of the 90s with like the tailoring in everyday wear of the 50s.
Yeah. I think I definitely go between like 70s because like I like anything with a good flower print on it.
Deborah would love the 70s.
Oh, Deborah, love.
I know I'm seeing all these people who are agreeing with me. I love you all.
Yeah.
All smart people.
I see Bill says hell no to disco.
Excuse me.
No, I really think like the 90s, like anything with a big logo on it is really fun, or just like those god awful like kind of semi-muted like neon colors.
Yes.
Love.
Yeah,
And
like
anything that's
Easter
like
neons.
yeah, and anything that's like kind of
Pastels.
grungy and kind of dirty and a really big. I mean, grungy, dirty, and really big. You know, that's all that I ever wear.
Yeah. I cannot get one brand that has come back into society is Champion. Champion was like not a brand that you like got where I lived. It was like it was actually sold at a discount store.
He gets into Shane Dawson's conspiracy.
So true.
Now it's just like,
that's accurate though. I don't really. I before that all came out, I never really understood why Champion suddenly is like this popping off brand.
Which is why
it was never a big deal. Like my dad's like, I remember when he found out that Ryan was like kind of into Champion for a little bit, like a year ago or whatever.
I remember when
he was like,
Walmart.
Why?
Yeah. No. Okay. So here's my thing. I definitely appreciate a good solid color crew neck, just as like everyday wear. I will never pay retail for any of them. Too much.
No, never.
$30 for a cotton crew neck.
That's
No,
crazy.
But like
I almost did, but I didn't.
Yeah. It's like the brand that like my dad, we would go to Walmart to get groceries, and Todd would say, "Oh, I need a new workout t-shirt." And he would go to the Champion section of Walmart and get like a workout t-shirt. And here now it's like the mall Champion. It's like $700 for a cotton
Champion and stuff. I'm like,
no, ma'am.
Yeah.
That's the same point, but like I will never pay anything more than
It's called the trickle up theory of fashion, folks.
It's nuts. Like
It's why people buy Golden Goose sneakers.
because they look like orchids.
That also my aesthetic of 90s is like everything kind of looks like trash. Like, oh wait, hold on. Yeah, Nick's going to get his. Let me go get mine.
I clock myself.
Oh, love
Cute.
it.
Yeah.
I would see when
So
you buy-
fun fact: if you didn't know, Golden Goose sneakers, this particular pair retailed for $700.
and they look like they're in the blender.
Mine were $5.95.
Yeah. And I did not pay $700 for them. I paid $90 for them, brand new, at a discount store.
Love it.
I fought Ryan for them.
Very true. I got mine on Poshmark for $80. Which is a
All
good
right, brand new.
They were a birthday present to myself. I bought them with my Elton John Gucci sunglasses that I'm a big fan of.
Yes.
Makes him look like Kris Jenner.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the funny thing. Everybody thinks my mom looks like Kris Jenner, and I'm very appreciative, and I'm kind of like taking that over. I love it.
Wonderful.
I just need like a Bull Moss suit and like three really rich
The
kids.
exact person I'm attracted to, Kris Jenner.
Kris Jenner.
So glad you're becoming her.
Perfect. I'll be mom, manager, momager. Okay.
A momager.
I'm gonna shift back to an Instagram question. Hey, this is great because I want to get everyone's take on it. How are you staying motivated? This is from Erin, the Insomniac. Hey, girl, Erin.
Hi, Erin. How's Kansas City?
For me, I will just be honest. This week has been hard. It's the first full week of me like not working my full-time job, so like there isn't an immediate need to create a schedule, but for my sanity, I have to get something set in place for at least Monday through Friday to keep it somewhat normal with just being at home all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like for me, because my class schedule was so rigid, it's like a little bit freeing that I can kind of like I only have to do online class for 3 days a week. I do one class a day so I don't, like overwork myself. But it's been really hard, especially because like I had a huge backlog of stuff I needed to get listed. I was really concerned about a lot of things involving my like teaching classes that were really uncertain until like about a week ago. So it's been really like, I think this week has kind of been my just take a deep breath. Like it's fine. Everything's gonna be okay. Because it's like, it was really like intense. And I think finding a schedule is not my like main priority. As long as I get all my like school stuff turned in on time, as long as I get the grades I'm hoping to get at the end of the semester.
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of not super concerned about like when that's going to happen logistically, as long as I can like just kind of say like, okay, today my priority is, psychology. Today my priority is I have to get stuff listed. As long as I kind of like chunk it up in those like kind of bigger chunks, and then I can kind of have the rest of my day open. I feel like that.
Yeah.
I feel like the uncertainty has been motivating me. Like,
does anybody remember that at Chicken Little?
Absolutely.
Okay.
No.
I feel like the uncertainty has been motivating me because like I'm like nervous that suddenly like sales could possibly drop off. And like I have been having a couple days every once in a while where I literally don't get a single one.
Yeah.
And it's been motivating me to literally like share until my fingers fall off and to like cross post as much as I can and to just like really get on it because like if it's going to slow down, I need to work harder to try to make it at least be as close to normal as I can.
So you kind of like minimize that like big loss.
Yeah.
With cross posting, do you use a platform like Vendoo or List Perfect?
I am currently using List Perfectly.
I love List Perfectly. We are a List Perfectly household.
Not sponsored, not endorsed. Just...
No, it is not sponsored. I am not.
I have a feeling like if you want one.
I don't.
No, it's fine.
Slide into those DMs, people.
No, literally.
What about you? Do you use cross posting?
Oh, me? No, I still manually do it. I would like to share that I used Vendoo in beta before you had to start paying.
Yeah, I think I did. That was nice.
I couldn't justify paying the subscription when the only thing I wanted was to import from one platform and put to the other. I didn't ever put everything in Vendoo to then distribute to multiple platforms.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not that expensive, but especially now I have the time. It's fine. But for who is, if I had like 500 to 1,000 items, I would absolutely do it. It's so worth the investment. It's so affordable.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like one sale on a different platform and it pays for itself.
Exactly, and that kind of justifies it. But like with List Perfectly compared to Vendoo, I think it's nice because they have that option where like you don't need to like list it in List Perfectly and then you can kind of transfer it out. It's the like
you can
20
directly.
Yeah, it's the like $29 a month plan, and you can just like copy from like Poshmark, which is where I usually list everything, and then send it to like Mercari or Tradesy or Grailed if I ever figure out what that is.
Yeah, and it's a lot faster. Because of that, it's a lot quicker.
Seconds. It's amazing. It's so nice.
Yeah.
Simply Dana. Hi.
Simply Dana. That's like a lot of
all those emojis.
I love her.
But she's such a sweetheart.
Okay, Nick, what keeps you motivated? We totally skipped you.
No, it's fine. Also, for the person who noticed my wrong way,
Tori
Hamilton.
Nick, you would be the worst weatherman. Are you kidding me?
He'd point off
my Hamilton poster. I have seen Hamilton 2 times.
In person?
Yeah, I saw the original Broadway, and then I saw the original Broadway in Chicago, and then I saw the Minneapolis residency at the Orpheum in Minneapolis. Insane. One of the best shows I've ever been to.
So good.
I don't get it.
So good. I think the only one that beat it out is when I saw Phantom of the Opera in London at Her Majesty's Royal, which is the first theater that it was ever performed at. Insane. I'm a theater nerd and a choir nerd, by the way, if anybody didn't know that about me. So if anybody ever wants to talk musical theater, my DMs are always open. But anyway, back to what keeps me motivated. I'm kind of in the same boat as Ryan. I was used to having a pretty set schedule with my classes, even though I think with my classes, it was a lot more flexible than his teaching classes. But I do this when I'm in school and not in school. I always make myself, the first thing I do in the morning is I make myself a bulleted list of all the things I have to do in the day.
Like if you have that sound.
And as I go through the day, I progressively like cross off all the things that I need to accomplish. And that keeps me on track. Other than that, I got bills to pay.
Yeah, that's kind of that's kind of like where my mental shift is at now. Is I'm like, okay, I'd like to live here next month, so let's get working.
Yeah, I'm like, I got car and have you seen the video where it's like car? Never mind. I was gonna reference TikTok, but I didn't want you to make fun of me for being young.
I don't know.
I'm gonna make it now.
I don't know any TikTok references, Nick. Do you know who does? The 5th graders. Like,
oh my God! Wait, TikTok.
That app is poisonous.
TikTok. Okay, Adam Ray. Okay, hey, yo, come here.
Hey, you come here.
Hey, yo, come here. Hey, I need a chongo.
You got $1 in your purse. I want a slushie.
Hey,
hanging out now.
hey.
Hi, everyone.
I don't know what it is. I don't like this. Is the
It
depth
seems like you
conversation.
guys are being possessed.
I
I don't really know.
We are
Yeah.
not. Her name
Dude,
is
come here.
and she's
Rosa.
she's famous on TikTok.
What?
Yes. It's a guy named Adam, and he does this character named Rosa who has like wacky makeup and like a wonky lash, kind of like Gia Gunn. And
Not Gia the Boom Boom Gun. How
Yeah, the
dare
boom,
you?
boom gun.
tilapia, okay?
The audience is not going to understand you.
And it's just TikTok. Okay, we'll move on because like people don't understand the TikTok. How long? No, wrong question.
He's like, nope, don't like her. Not answering the question.
Okay, no wait. What is the best place that you've found sourcing? And before you guys answer, I just want to say that Jack and Ryan actually put out a video today on, I think, 20 tips on how to do your retail arbitrage.
The 10 do's and don'ts
Online
of
arbitrage.
Poshmark specific online arbitrage.
So check them out for like
It's so fun.
in-depth details of that. But where do you guys kind of like source online right now, if at all?
Poshmark is
So
also yeah,
And
it's definitely a good
We'll let
one.
Nick go first for this.
Oh,
one,
okay.
even though
Nick.
So I have spent almost $400 in the last week on ThredUp. So I'm gonna have some fire inventory.
And all the rescue boxes are gone. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, side note. So I sold all those mystery boxes. I shot myself in the foot.
Oh no, why?
I'm so happy that I was able to help people because I sold 30 of them.
Oh my god.
How many? So how many individual
Hey.
items was that?
10 in each one, so 300 things.
Damn, 300 things.
And
Are you regretting that though?
Like
Like,
what?
I regret it and I don't regret it at the same time. Because right now I am down to, I have half of an IKEA bag full of inventory to list. The last like 3 times I went sourcing before we were put on lockdown in my state, literally everything I bought that was good enough to go, like what I was going to put on Posh, I sent. I think I kept 2 things. I kept a pair of Helmut Lang leather pants, and I kept a newest Tags Lululemon hoodie. But everything else, I got at the bins those last 3 times, and I bought like 300 pounds of clothes between the 3 trips I went to the bins. I did regular mystery boxes of stuff that I would list, and I also did like department, like mall brand ones for cheaper. Because the other part of my business that I do is I do like 40% of my business at an actual consignment store. Like you bring stuff and you get paid after it sells.
Like a brick and mortar building.
wait, let's talk about that a little bit because like I live in a place in a big city where consignment, I could do that, but it's not set up like what you've talked about. / I know Anne on YouTube, Anne Eckhart, she can
And
bring
she-
everything and like
Stone's
they
throw.
sell it, but like that's not I have not found a thrift store that
Yeah, we go to the same one.
We do. We do go to the same consignment store.
Yeah.
We have yet to see her.
do
Fair.
you that like what's the kind of percentage payout that you find on an average item, Nick or Jack?
So for me, I get 50-50. So I get half.
Okay.
Which is the perk of going to, I also go to a Plato's Closet and a Style Encore, because I'm really good friends with, like, personal friends with the owner that owns both of them. And I love supporting her small business. And they love me. Every time I come in the door, they go, Nick!
I'm in that much pain.
Just like, leave. Get out.
No, but I'm on a first name basis with all the people there. But no, my regular consignment store I go to, I bring in at least 100 things a week.
You bring
Wow.
I know.
I talk about this because people have their different like platforms that they sell stuff on. For online, I only do Poshmark and ThredUp, and then I do my in-person like brick and mortar consignment shop. And I have found that works for me because I logistically and time-wise have found that I can't keep myself accountable for managing the same listing on multiple things with the time that I have with school. I would much rather devote that time to listing more stuff on Poshmark. Or putting together boxes for ThredUp. Fun fact about me also, I've been using ThredUp for so long that I remember when everything you sent in, you got 50% payout regardless.
Denali remembers that too. Denali, she was huge.
Here.
I've been using
probably shower.
She's picking
actually
before she was in the shower.
I've been using ThredUp longer than I've been using Poshmark. I've been on ThredUp since 2013.
How long has Poshmark been an app? When was that?
2011.
2011. Wow. That's
wow.
Yeah, I started on Poshmark in 2015. But yeah, anyway, so back to my consignment store. Yeah, I bring at least 100 things a week. And I've sold, I think, if I remember correctly, as of now, I've sold almost like historically, like lifetime at this one store. There's two main ones that I consign at, one more so than the other. But between the two, I think I've sold like 8,000 pieces of clothing.
Wow.
Over the years that I've done it. And I mean, even like this year, I think I've done, and of course I pay taxes on all this stuff. Don't worry. I claim it all because I don't want the IRS coming for me.
I was worried.
But I think I've done so far, like January until now, because of course it's closed now, which really is a bummer because I'm really losing money. But January to March, I think I did like $8,000 at the consignment store.
Oh my God. Like, see, okay, I love that for you. I love that that's like even an option. And if that's an option in California, in LA specifically, please, someone in the chat that's around from this area, let me know, because I would love to do something like that. Like, I would spend a lot more time getting more items if I could go to a place like that. But
the other caveat with that though is that I am so blessed to have amazing bins. Where I live, where Jack and Ryan source at, in Minneapolis, there are 3 bins locations, and they're all great.
They're good bins.
Even when they're bad, they're good.
Oh, even when they're bad, they're better than a lot of other ones.
It's better than the Des Moines one, I'll tell you that.
And so I'm buying, and I don't think a lot of people realize this, because I'll post my cart pictures where I'll have like an overflowing cart at the bins. Like, I just bought 130 pounds of clothes at the bins. A lot of the stuff that I buy specifically for the consignment store is like new condition Kohl's stuff, or like new condition Macy's brand. Or we get so Minneapolis is where Target headquarters is, so we get a ridiculous amount of Target clothes. So I'll find like whole bins full of new with tags Target stuff. Stuff like that. And so that's what I'm buying, is along, of course, with the good stuff that I put on Posh or send to ThredUp. But yeah, that's just kind of how. So I would say I'm lucky to have basically a bottomless access to really cheap inventory. Of course, when I can leave my house,
outside.
And so that's how I'm able to do that, because I'm making, say, my average I think I make on an item is probably about $5. But once you sell 1,000 $5 items, it's a lot. It adds up.
Yeah, Laura and Tiffany and Hugo said in LA there's, which I am aware of, Crossroads, Buffalo Exchange, and what's the other one, Laura?
Oh, God,
Wasteland. But what I find is, like, I personally want to sell the high-end stuff myself because I will get the most return on that. But I don't, like, our stores here, and maybe beyond central LA, this would apply, but they're not taking Kohl's brand new attack. They need to have like a threshold of quality. And for places like Buffalo Exchange, if someone donates 20 pairs of jeans that day, they're probably not going to take a ton of jeans that day, or so
they have like limits on like how much of like a specific thing they can take. That's really interesting. Wow.
Yeah. Like if they have like so much denim, and denim is like, we're going into summer, so denim's
not like as hot right now.
A little
Mm-hmm.
So, don't bring all your denim going into.
And I think it's interesting too because the store that I bring stuff to, it's a big store. It's probably 30,000 square feet, if not
That's
more.
a big building.
And so they're able to take a lot. And also since they're not paying up front, you're getting paid after stuff sells. They're not taking a monetary risk to take your stuff.
Exactly. You take more.
Versus like if I were to go to my Plato's Closet or my Style Encore, they're going to be more picky with what they take because they're paying you money up front. They're making an investment, and they have to know if it is going to make a return for them.
Yeah. Switching gears a little bit, Erin, hey girl, again, Erin Insomniac. She wants to know what's our first thing we're going to do post-quarantine.
Oh my God, there's so many things. I'm going to go to all my favorite Goodwills. I'm going to go to all my favorite little hole-in-the-wall thrift stores.
Well, I feel like it's going
to a restaurant.
Oh, I know. Everywhere is going to be a zoo.
I'm going to go out to coffee with everybody in my contact list.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh. That's going to be...
I'm going to go sit down at my favorite chicken restaurant.
I wonder what it's going to be like when we can go back, because it's not going to be like flip a switch, everyone returns to normal. That's like the thing. So I'm like the unknown, like we have no idea what that will look like for us, but it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
What business
it's really, I'm really getting like I'm really having like a you took life for granted moment at the moment. I'm having a quarter life crisis.
Oh my God, you're not even 20. Shush.
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 Like I just want to go out and like do things and go out to restaurants. Like, do you know how bad I want to get sushi right now?
You're like the 12th person to say sushi.
Down at a restaurant.
There's so many more exciting things.
Literally.
I want to go. So, okay, I'm going to plug Minneapolis really quick. If you ever want a cool place to travel, go to Minneapolis. There's so much to do there.
Yeah.
Let us know. We'll come visit.
Literally, it's the coolest city. I will have coffee with you. But in uptown Minneapolis, there's this my favorite restaurant. It's called Chino Latino, and it's Asian Latin fusion. So good. I just want to go there. I was supposed to go bring my friends there for their birthday, and that was before we didn't know that we couldn't go back from spring break. Because like for me, what happened is like we were on spring break and then they canceled school for 2 weeks and then they just canceled the semester. And this all happened in like 4 days. So before spring break, we were like, when we come back from spring break, and then we just didn't come back from spring break.
Spring break just never ended.
Yeah.
Except it was like, it was chaos because everybody had to pack up all their stuff and move out in like 3 days.
Yeah.
I know. I felt so bad for the people. I had a ton of friends that lived on campus. And my university, we were kind of on the fence whether we were going to just like, postpone 2 weeks and do 2 weeks of online classes or do the full semester of online classes. And we started, and then they said, like, after that 2 week period, they said, you have to be out by Sunday. And they made this announcement Wednesday. So it was a nightmare. All these people had like 4 days to just like pick up everything they own and just like run it. It was so bad. And especially because it's like we live right across the street from where I go to school.
Yeah.
And the dorms are a block over. So it's insane to me to like have it be, early April and there's just nobody here. Like we take Mike on walks through campus all the time and it's just a ghost town. There's nobody out. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's crazy for me too because so the school I go to is like the 8th biggest university like in the country.
You've ever big campus.
Like daily, like between students, staff, and like visitors, there's like 75,000 people on campus a day. So
we got 12.
Yeah,
because
was 6.
There's 55,000 undergrad and grad students, and then a ridiculous amount of faculty employees. But yeah, I go to my school is literally like a part of Minneapolis, like. It's just like a section, like you could think of it as like a neighborhood. It's so big. And it's 3 campuses and it takes 15 minutes to get from one campus to the other campus. And that's just like going through just campus.
Yeah.
it's a big school. So that was a big decision that they had to make to say, you know, everybody gets booted off now.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Thank you, Jenny Sparkle.
Love you too.
Thank you so much. It's so sweet of you guys. Cindy says hi, Nick. She's been there. She's been.
Cindy Boom Boom.
Cindy
Hi.
Boom Boom. That's Cynthia.
Oh my gosh,
I know
we love
you.
Cynthia.
Okay, so
No
fun fact
idea.
about Cynthia: she's an icon.
She's from.
Wait, is that your actual?
star?
She's from Minnesota. She lives in California now, so she's been where all of us have been. She's
Cindy,
the
is
funniest woman.
Is that her picture? Is that?
Cynthia Halverson. Yeah.
Yes.
She's
It is? Oh my god, it's
She is a queen. She's a
I love her.
She is a photographer. She was the photographer for RuPaul's Drag Con. She is insane.
Yeah.
Like she's insane.
She's just this like
Oh
fun
my god, I
little
didn't understand. I'm booped.
Oh, by the way,
and then
we
she's
got
like,
events.
just like watches us, and I'm just like,
Where you come from? No, it's sweet. I follow her daughter and her son on Instagram. Adorable family.
she's
Love them
Cynthia
all.
Halverson photo on
Oh my
Instagram.
god.
So sweet. She's
Well,
so
Okay, California hun. I'm curious.
anyway.
Love it.
I'm just excited for the Real to fully open back up.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Talk about losing a part of your income. Oh, the
I'm
Real
not-
is like at least a fourth of my income at this point,
It's
and
a lot.
I'm getting about a tenth of the sales as usual.
Yeah.
So like,
I'm kind of nervous for the Real World. I hope everybody over there is doing okay, especially that.
I mean,
the office. Oh
yeah. I mean, it's literally everybody. I'm curious how some businesses are still operating.
I know.
I'm some of these like little like local places that we got up here. I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
how are you? still
I mean,
finding-
like the big stuff. Like what does an Amazon warehouse look like right now?
I know.
So
Like-
fun fact. So we have an Amazon fulfillment center right by, I mean, I'm sure you have one close to where you live. We have one close to closer to where Jack and Ryan's parents, or where Jack's parents live.
Yeah.
Where is
It's
it?
a city
It's
called Shakopee.
Yeah.
Um,
It's in Shakopee.
but
Mhm.
they just built one close to where I am, in a city called Maple Grove on the north side of Minneapolis. But they're like actively hiring. Like I know three people who have gotten a job there because they've gotten laid off doing other stuff. And we have like Prime trucks that
Oh
drive
my God.
around where I live. So
Mhm.
I mean that's where I'm doing all my shopping. I probably should.
That's like the only place you can get anything
Well,
else.
it's
I'm like,
The places they're hiring are like the grocery stores, Costco,
hmm.
Amazon. The
DoorDash stuff was.
Yeah, like DoorDash drivers. All of my friends in whatever city they
delivery
are
stuff.
like DoorDash drivers now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say this though, like it doesn't make sense, like for someone who was salaried like myself to get to get laid off. It doesn't make sense to go then get a job that in theory would be paying less, because then you would lose money because the unemployment is
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's something to be mindful of. Like, don't take a job just because, like, be mindful with your situation. But
Exactly.
Just be like us and sell trash on the internet.
Yeah.
Sell other people's garbage on the internet. Okay. Laura Joy 151 read her profile's red. I can't read. She says, I work at the post office. Okay, so what have you heard about like the whole like post office like
June thing.
yeah, like closing? Like is that I know that like the post office is this like really dysfunctional like corporate organization kind of. So like what have you heard, if anything, about like, is it gonna close? Like what do you think is gonna
have you
happen?
heard rumbling?
Yeah, with like funding.
I know the post office is like always
It's bad.
in rough shape, like financially and stuff. They just like, I don't know. They don't make
Because
much
nobody
money.
funds them.
But like,
Let me-
I do not picture the government allowing our post office to
I-
disclose.
There's a
would
lot of things I can't picture our government doing, but here it is.
People
Exactly.
get so much stuff through the mail. I
Exactly.
don't think that that's like feasible.
like I would understand if it was like a FedEx situation where that's like a private like
Yeah.
company, but like the post office is technically
just-
it's like a national thing. So
and it's
I'm
so essential. Like it's
yeah, it's not
Let
like
me
it's,
say,
people
though,
just can't go without mail.
when I was at the post office today dropping off my bundle, my 5-piece bundle. Oh my god. You got a bundle today too, Jack, right?
Wrong hands. Oh,
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it was like
It was
a week
bundle
ago.
day.
I got accepted yesterday.
Something that I will say is, and it'll be in tomorrow's daily vlog for my channel,
mhm.
I caught what I catch, but I saw some government car, and the person went to their car, opened the trunk, and it was stocked full of gloves and masks that they're taking to each post office.
Oh.
Okay, so that lends itself that like,
Good.
it's not just going to shut down.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Or is that
Well, no,
or is
they're
that for the, because
protecting
I
it.
remember we our post office is like kind of
Nick?
far out of the way. Makes sense. I have something to say, but like we dropped them off at a grocery store. We was running out, and I remember when we were at this like the drop off, like the lady had like a mask in her pocket and like gloves.
The woman who worked.
Yeah, the woman who was like coming in to pick everything up. So I don't know. I think it's really difficult to think that they would like
Nick's turn.
shut it down.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, Nick. I'm hogging on
So
your stuff, man.
I'm kind of like friends with my post office guy, and I like make small talk with him all the time because I see him every single day. His
Nick
name's
got
Jeremy.
all
Nick
parts
says
of
I'm
it.
friends with everyone.
But we were talking about it the other day. What he said was that they have very like low mail volume right now, which is kind of where like the rumor came from.
I don't think they do.
No, I don't think they do.
Not here.
I've heard
No,
that
not for
too,
me.
but like
in general, like in relation to where they're usually at, their mail volume is way down.
It's
Partially because
probably up in big cities and down in more rural areas.
yeah,
Or is it
maybe.
like down in like paper mail, or is it like I think
And-
that's kind of what I.
they don't separate it. Well, they probably do, but their like main like figure way he was telling me about it was like in pieces, like number of things
Yeah.
sent per day.
Yeah.
And part of that might be that Amazon is like progressively taking more and more of their business off the post, like off USPS.
Yeah.
Because like where I live, everything you purchase on Amazon used to be delivered via postal service, and now it's all via Prime truck.
Yeah.
And so that could be part of it. But yeah, he was telling me about that. And then on the other thing, they have a big clear plastic shower curtain hanging down in front of all of the tellers at the post office where I live right now.
I just saw someone else
Yeah,
say
I was
that
gonna
too.
say she has plastic shower curtains too.
First class mail is down apparently. Says
Oh.
Linda.
I have a feeling if they broke it down from packages to paper mail, maybe in general it's all down, but I really wouldn't like imagine the packages would be down right now.
No, those
I have
are definitely-
noticed less paper mail because people don't want to send out ads because stores aren't even like open
Yeah, I
in
think
person.
there's no junk mail. There
and
definitely isn't.
yeah, it's
I'm
basically
still getting bills though.
yes.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Well, don't you need the mail for that too to be
Yeah,
open? What if you
like-
what if you're like older and you still mail in checks to pay your bills?
And
You need the
especially-
USPS to be
Yeah,
open.
and especially like tax season. Like my 84-year-old grandma, she still licks her tax envelope at the end of every year and sends it to the IRS.
Yeah, I just like I don't see. Yeah.
It's so old.
She's so old. Anyway.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so shifting gears,
Hit it.
let's get off the quarantine. Let's go back to Poshmark because someone actually asked about bundles, and I don't think they might be familiar with. / maybe we could educate on what those are.
Let Jack tell
Just
you.
like a bundle?
He just had a massive one.
Like a bundle in general.
Yeah, like so
Like,
what?
In the process, beginning to end.
Has no idea. What is a bundle, Jack? Tell us.
Okay, so a bundle is when you go into someone's Poshmark closet, you see multiple items that you enjoy, and you hit add to bundle on each one. Some people have it automated that it offers you a discount, or they can send you their own discount. It also combines shipping on all items.
So it's a great way for the buyer to buy multiple things, but only pay that 1/6.
Yeah.
charge.
It gives you,
$7.12.
it makes it so you only pay the 7-Eleven shipping once. Versus if you bought all these things separate, obviously you're going to be paying it on each one. Usually people will offer you a discount. Even if you add one item to a bundle, you're kind of showing that interest. And so usually the seller will still send you a discount on it. But yeah, it usually leads to good prices.
Yeah.
I will say that today's bundle was 5 items. It wasn't like a ton of money, but it was a good amount. And that's the biggest bundle I've ever had.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I usually don't really have bundles. I don't
I
make
get,
bundle sales very
I think it's like
I get like a good. I feel like
Bundle
my bundle sales are like 2 to 3 items. Like it's definitely like people picking out like an outfit or like things that they can like wear together.
Yeah.
I see, and when I sell bundles, I usually sell bundles in categories. Like people will buy like a couple pairs of pants or a couple tops or
Or
a
like
couple pairs of shoes. But yeah, like
mhm.
I would say probably like like an eighth of my sale, like 1 out of 8 sales is a bundle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
like
I did the math. Well, because I did the math like last month because somebody was like, "How many bundles did you make?" And I sold 10, but well, I guess last month it was a 10th because I sold 101 orders last month,
Mhm.
and 10 of those orders were bundle orders.
Yeah.
But I just sold a 7-piece bundle a couple days ago.
Wow.
Too many.
Sabrina had a
15-piece bundle. Okay, but like
Was it over
that?
5
I was gonna
pounds?
say, was that under the 5-pound limit?
Oh my
I had a
Like
14-piece
15
bundle
bucks.
once.
Really?
14. Oh my
So when
God.
I do mystery boxes, it's 10 items, and like it is so hard for me to
Oh my
like
God.
hit that 5 pound. Like it's
Ooh, you know, we're
it's
stuck in
tricky.
the
I
era
gotta
of
kinda,
the
like,
box to
pick
make
the
it
right
less than
things.
5
It's-
pounds. Yeah, I think my highest was a 10-piece bundle.
I don't even think I've had
Oh
one.
my God, that's so
That
great.
was my like big one.
I mean, it also depends on how much of, like, if someone's like an extra small shop in your closet, they can only buy however much you have in your closet that is in their size,
Mhm.
Yeah.
their interest. There's so many variables to the bundle thing, but
Yeah.
Like a lot of my bundles are like brands, like brand based. So like the one I sold a 2-piece bundle last night or the night before, and it was just Free People stuff. It was only 2 things, but I feel like usually whenever I sell a bundle, it's like a lot of like a few brands,
yeah.
which I
Also,
yeah.
usually when people make bundles, like they obviously want each thing to be around like 20, 25, maybe even less.
Yeah.
And like I don't really have that much of stuff in that price range. So like I don't know if that's why I don't have as many.
I mean,
So
like, you definitely do, like have a higher market versus
Well, like
like
higher price.
yeah versus me.
Average.
I don't know, like I have really weird bundles that people make all the time. Like I just sold this one. I don't know how good you're gonna be able to. Oh, wrong way.
Louis Vuitton purse and a sock.
Turn your brightness down.
Oh my God,
Oh, how do you work an iPhone? Okay.
Swipe down.
Nick,
lower-
you are
There you go.
20. You're 19. Come on. Okay, turn the
Okay,
brightness
we
up.
can't see. Everything is so
Screenshot
dark.
it and send it to me. Oh my God.
Okay.
Read it to us.
Y'all are okay. This is
Yeah.
not gonna work. I'll just read it to you.
Where am I
So
reading?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was 6 things. Everything is like a different size. I sold a St. John jacket, a Prana dress, an Arc'teryx fleece, a Patagonia fleece, and an LL Bean sweater. All for $150. Which they got a good deal.
Oh
Nice.
yeah, I was gonna say that's a
Let
good
me
deal.
clap in the
Okay, so for my bundle, tell me if you guys feel this way. The person was liking stuff in my closet, and I was skeptical that they were going to buy it, but then they did. But then I was like, are they sourcing me? I don't think they are based on the prices because of
I don't care. If people
Oh,
think
I
they
would
can make money from me,
If I get what I want,
Yeah.
I don't
you know,
care.
if I'm making money, I
yeah.
don't care. You can resell it for however much you want. I don't know if you're gonna get that much, but like not my problem. You know?
Yes, Tracy, come on, 4-piece Lulu bundle. Yes.
Erica, she
Good
said,
for all those bundles, making that money, honey.
good for you, Tracy Fitzpatrick. It's a fun laugh.
Yes, Tracy Fitzpatrick. I'm gonna say your full name.
I love that.
Yes, Tracy.
That's
We
my
love
dog.
that.
My new drag name is Tracy Fitzpatrick. Welcome to
I'm
the
just like a really
stage.
bad
Hey, Tracy Fitzpatrick.
love. She just comes out and sings the like Carol Burnett show theme song. Anyway.
well, I was going with like the Patrick, like the drag Patrick from the SpongeBob movie.
In the boots.
She walks
I-
outside.
Fun fact about me, I was that for Halloween last year. I was sexy Patrick.
Can you
Okay.
show us that picture?
Yeah.
Screw this bundle
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't
Hold
care-
up the
I don't
phone
care
with the
about this
picture of
bundle.
that.
Where's this
Excuse
picture of you and
me.
these fishnets?
You have a photo on your wall.
Yeah,
Can you
I feel like lied to.
I know.
show and tell.
What were you for Halloween last year? Oh, you were
Jack of
the
Spades.
Jack of Spades. I really wanted to go as the drunk mom from Taxi.
You're already that. in
I
every
couldn't
You
day.
find
guys
a
know
movie.
that
Do you,
movie?
Nick, obviously, Blake knows what I'm talking
Do you
about.
know the movie Taxi, like with Queen Latifah?
with Queen
Yes.
Latifah?
I know the movie Taxi.
Fallon,
Really? I thought that was a little
Thank
obscure.
God. And she has her like pitcher of margaritas around. She's like, "Mommy's got the spins." I want to get
when
like
they have the deep voices in the like laughing gas room. That is the funniest.
I want to get like a bus driver wig and like a muumuu, and carry a picture of margaritas around and just stumble around all night. Just come on, we've got this.
Oh my gosh.
It'll be a good
I
time.
want to like get a caftan and like pull my skin back and pretend like I'm a Beverly Hills housewife or something.
Oh my gosh! Please.
Okay.
Okay, but like next,
Blake,
if we have another live, we're just gonna all come on drag, just all in drag.
If I were to be a housewife, I would be.
What's your tagline? What's your tagline?
Throw my leg at everybody. You know, the only thing fake about me is this, and she throws her like Louboutin,
Yes.
plastic leg at everybody at the restaurant. Oh, iconic.
It's like a Nicki and Cardi B moment at the Met Gala.
literally.
Oh my god.
So,
Chuck a Louboutin at you.
you know, that would be like a glamorous way to go to the hospital. You know what happened? I was hit.
A Louboutin heel in the
I was
eye.
hit in the head with that Louboutin.
Oh my gosh. Go to Boutique Vintage. Love your channels. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I don't do any of the work except provide commentary relief.
And I do all of the work.
Jack does all of it.
Need a dress up night at Posh Fest. Need a dress up.
Absolutely.
That's usually the Posh party, which everyone when
Even
you
if I can go to it, maybe someday.
I was gonna say I serve a look at every day
Nick,
at
we'll
Posh
get you
Fest.
in. We'll figure it out.
right. You have to be 21 because there is alcohol around.
But it's not like I don't pay the same price as everybody else, and I haven't been able to go. This will be my 4th time not going legally.
That's super annoying.
Can they just get like a wristband or an X on the hand?
I know. They
something?
should just do like a college
really
bar mentality.
clubs,
where
Like,
they
I
do,
will go
like,
sober. I will sober cab everybody there.
Clubs do it. Like it's.
I remember last year at the Posh party, so it was me, Jack, and a few other people, and we all Ubered together.
You weren't
and
at the Posh party.
No, the end party, and I was like, I'm not gonna get in, but I had to go.
Nick was there.
I had to go to the bathroom.
He had to go to the bathroom so bad, and he went to the bouncer. He was like, "Can you just like walk me to the bathroom?"
I
He was like,
"You can hold
"No."
my hand if that's what it takes. I need to go to the bathroom, sir." And he was like, "You got to go home."
Oh my
He
god.
said, "Excuse me, young lady, please get back to the
I
Uber."
was so mad. I was like, "You can handcuff yourself to me, so I can just use your restroom."
Oh my gosh! Someone said they'd love to see us do this in drag. I
think I'd be a beautiful woman.
Oh my god!
Let me put my boots on.
Like my mom.
Oh my gosh. Get your boots. His ASO boots. Wait, I was gonna say Posh Fest. Let's just like elaborate on that more. It was so fun.
Oh my god!
What was your favorite day? Because it was 2 days.
I mean, like
the second day.
Day one was so fun because
I was
like
so nervous. I was so nervous.
I was
like
so
there is
sweaty.
as your first one. Day one is so crazy, cool, and weird because like
it's a lot.
You've seen all of these people all over the internet.
Yeah.
You've maybe watched their YouTube videos, so you kind of feel like you know them.
Yep.
You see their Instagram stories, you feel like you're in on their life, and then you just see them and like all in this room, and you're just like,
I know.
So,
But
okay,
it's
here's
also
my commentary.
It's also overwhelming.
It's overwhelming, and it seems very cliquey sometimes to
Yeah,
people who
no, it
like
kinda does.
Yeah.
It's
to
very,
people
like,
who like aren't who don't like a lot, especially introverted people. And if you think that, like, don't be afraid to talk to people.
no,
Yeah.
I had
100%.
the amount of people I have had like DM me after the fact and been like, I saw you, but I didn't know if I should come up to you or not. Literally, I'm the friendliest person ever.
Yeah.
like it might seem
Renee.
intimidating if like you saw all
Hi,
of
Renee.
us there. It might be intimidating if you like saw all of us there and we're like
Yeah.
hugging and we're talking and whatever. But like that's just because like we've already formed this like strong friendship.
Yeah.
But like please still talk to
No,
us.
and I
like
think,
I
like,
love to meet new people and
100%.
other people at
I just want to give people I just want to talk to you. You know,
It's
like Erin, nifty thrifty mommy.
Oh.
Perfect example. She like
Another
put
bathroom
out of the
story.
way. She's like, listen.
she was so sweet. Okay, so here's my story with Nifty Thrifty Mommy. I told everybody this last night. I felt so bad. I had too much yogurt, and if you don't know me, me and Jerry are not friends.
this is a TMI story, by the way, everyone.
Yeah.
So like
100%
maybe mute if you're triggered by like
A dairy issue. I had way too much yogurt the first morning for breakfast. I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. It's not gonna end well. Erin, bless her heart, catches me right at the door of the like main like venue hall. And she's like, Ryan, I watch your YouTube videos. And I was like, hi, sorry, can you 5 minutes? Sprint back, we're good. We come back and she's like, are you okay? What happened? Like, I have Advil, I have anything you need in my bag. She was the nicest woman. She was so sweet. just like
I think just because someone said, where is this? Sabrina. She said she's been nervous to go, but she's been on Posh for a while now. I think
my gosh, since
something.
2017.
no, Sabrina, you gotta come
Honey,
early.
go.
Come on, you come. No, you
It's
come.
so fun. It's so fun.
Come talk to me. It'll be a good time.
Some of the best, personally, like I did a lot of research and watched a lot of YouTube like recaps of how people felt going.
Mm-hmm.
I felt so. I mean, I was nervous, good nervous, but I felt so confident going alone because every single person, whether they enjoyed actual like the concept of Posh Fest or just the people networking, every single person said this is the best way to meet people,
Exactly.
the best way to make internet/real friends.
It really is.
It is a unique experience. This as an adult was like, I can't relate this to anything else. Like it's big, but it's small. So you still have access to people and definitely like what Jack and Ryan were saying and what everyone was saying. Don't be afraid to go up and say hi to people.
Even if it's not someone you recognize.
No,
everyone
like,
will talk to.
yeah.
Like I have made so like I sorry, I got distracted. I
made some of the closest friends in my life.
No, I've made a really good friend. Her name's Kat. At the Boston Posher. If you don't follow her on Instagram, literally the sweetest person. I met her in Dallas actually at a I went to the I don't know if anybody in the chat remembers this. The Posh Fest, like Posh and Sip in Dallas. It was in West Elm, which is like the trendy area of Dallas, and they packed like 500 people into this tiny freaking venue. The icon, the myth, the legend, Liz Simmons, sorry, she did the whole thing, and she, bless her heart, put too many people in that venue.
Wait, who hosted the party?
Lynn Simmons.
A queen.
And literally, so I'm standing in line. I got there really early, and I met this girl named Kat, and we have been friends ever since. And I saw her last year at Posh Fest again in person, and it was like a day never skipped a beat. And so I made friends with her. I've made so many friends. Definitely, if you think about like going to Posh Fest, here's like the thing. If you go thinking that you are going to learn the ins and outs of Poshmark in 3 days, you're not.
No, ma'am.
By far it is most beneficial for like mid-level sellers who want to like step up their game.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going solely for information, but it is the best opportunity to network that you can get with other Poshmark resellers, with the community.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And okay, wait. Okay, so if you're thinking of going, great. We all
just go. You know, spend the $200. Just go.
It's worth it for the tax deductible trip.
It's a great time.
I think also this is something that stressed me out. There was so much focus on social media, Instagram, like about the outfits. Oh my God! Do not overthink it. Like people will show up in jeans and a t-shirt or dress up. Like I dressed up just because I wanted to.
I was in jeans and a t-shirt.
You can do whatever. You can dress however you want. You reflect your style. Do not listen to anyone else and what they're like. Oh my God, I need like 10 outfits. I'm going to change. Like, don't even worry about it. Okay.
It's my favorite part of the whole thing is seeing like everybody's personal style and meeting everybody and like seeing their personality. Because like, that's the big thing is everybody like there are them Texan girls who wearing their cowboy boots and
her pearls and her turquoise. I wore a bathrobe for the first day.
I mean,
obviously
though, if you want to live that fantasy, go off. Like me, I'm like, oh, this is like an event. I was like, I'm gonna show up.
Fantasy. It was
like you
so
can,
fun.
but it is definitely not expected. You don't actually have to do that. But like, if you want to, show off your style, go at whatever level you want.
It's a really good excuse to like dress up a little bit, have a little fun. My dress up is jeans and different t-shirts with a fanny pack and a bathrobe on.
Yes. Oh my gosh. If you're going to bring a bag.
Great time. Bring a fanny pack.
Do a hands-free bag because
they are amazing.
Things might be different in
Don't bring your never full.
20 Posh Fest, but yeah.
No.
Don't do a tote bag. Do something you could do crossbody or something. You want your hands free, accessible.
You need
Yeah.
to talk to people. You need to grab business
Like
cards.
like Renee just said, it was our fashion week.
It really
so
was.
like if you do want to live up to that, like
You absolutely can.
yes, for like
I love it.
if you want to live that fantasy, which like I did.
You totally can.
And
you
I
totally
do.
should.
You
It's
can.
so
but like
fun.
it definitely is not like required or expected or anything like that.
So excited. I'm going to meet you this year. Oh my God,
Melinda's here.
Melinda, how long have you been here?
Melinda's like my best friend.
Is Joyfully Melinda?
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's joyfully curated.
Hey, girl.
Yeah,
Melinda.
yeah. I love Melinda.
She's so sweet.
Hi, Melinda.
I'm jealous of all her clothes.
Same.
They're so
We bond
cute.
over clothes.
And Pokemon.
Yes.
Talk about Pokemon a lot.
If you didn't know, Jack's the biggest Pokemon fan in the continental United States.
No, I
Yes.
do believe his brother do take that cake. Jack
No, he
comes
likes
in at a-
Pokemon Go. I
Yeah,
like
no, he's
Pokemon.
the one where you like.
Okay, she said, any guesses on where it's going to be? I'm hoping it's in MSP.
Yeah, that'd be great.
No,
We need to
man.
get a hotel.
What?
I said that will not happen.
Okay, but it'd be so fun.
Airport Hub.
It is.
And
It's a huge airport.
We have so many places it could be hosted to.
Very true.
I
I
could
care.
totally see it. And it's like in a season where the weather isn't like disgusting.
No, it's not cold. Like I was in shorts when we.
I will say Arizona was hot.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, my lips were so chapped.
Oh my.
I was
Especially coming from
blazer, but
so here's the thing. Minnesota in October is like 50s. So I packed for like 50s and I packed one pair of shorts.
It was like 80 degrees.
I was dying. I think-
no.
If it was in Minneapolis, all the like Californians
It'd
and
be like, I need a jacket.
Floridians would be like,
As
"It's
I'm-
crazy."
as
They
I'm-
bring their Canada Goose.
a tank top and a pair of shorts.
Yeah.
I think
I
it's
think-
gonna be, oh, sorry. I think it's gonna be something not so southern. So maybe something more. I know. Don't laugh at me when I say Georgia, not referencing to southern.
No, I think it's gonna be in Hotlanta. I think it's gonna be Hotlanta.
I
Like
could,
Atlanta or something in that section of the East Coast. I
Okay,
think.
you know, if it was in like bluegrass country, if it was in Tennessee, mark my freaking words. I'm taking an extra day and we're going to Dolly World.
Yeah. Oh wait.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Thrifty Stew. She said, "Imagine if it was in Montreal." I think that's down the line, but I think logistically, we're not. Like, it would probably have to be two separate because
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if they did a Canadian Posh Fest.
No, I
Event.
really think that like once
if they started
yeah.
with a small Canadian one, I
Yeah.
could totally see
like
that.
once Posh Canada really kind of like phew, not that it's already taken off, but like once it kind of gets like
I'm hopping on a plane to Toronto.
I really think that they'll do a Canadian Posh Fest.
Yeah.
But like I've flown to Canada before and it's expensive. Like
yeah, well, that's it. Needs to be a reasonable access airport.
any international flight is like ridiculously expensive
Yeah.
out of the US.
Denver or
Just
Houston.
welcome to travel.
Denver would be fun.
Denver, Renee, if it's in Denver, can we stay with you? Can I stay in Hoda's
I
room?
call Renee.
Does that come with?
I want to go to Hoda's room.
I'll sleep in her crate with her. I love Miss
She would
Olive.
have to.
Oh,
she
you
would have to
Miss
house
Olive's room.
so many people.
Renee's just like children. Come to my. She's just like we don't have. It's she gets fire coded. There's so many people in her house. I don't want.
Oh my God, you guys. Oh my God. Breaking news alert. My property managers just texted me and said, "Attention,
No
you guys.
way.
Attention, one of your fellow tenants' car was broken into in the parking garage last night. Please do your best to not keep any valuables in your car." And this happened to me in a previous apartment, a fully gated, protected situation. My car was
You smashed it.
broken into.
Was it your
I
car?
need to check my car. I need to go check my car.
Okay, we'll entertain. You go check your car.
Yeah, go make sure your things are safe. Okay.
I'm nervous.
What if it was
Raj.
your car?
Oh
They're
I
my
like,
could talk about my-
Wait,
tenant.
did they send a license plate?
Oh, I can ask whose car. Let me do
Yeah.
that.
Or just like what color?
It's like breaking in.
She's like, it was yours. We could tell. It had a rainbow sticker in the front.
It had that
And
equality
an
sticker on the back.
HRC. This isn't a joking moment. Oh my
You mean the one that's right next to me?
Oh my God, I'm sorry, you guys. In different.
Wait,
I mean,
here,
I'm
I'll
confused.
entertain everybody
Reported it.
Okay.
with the person who offered to be my sugar mommy today in my
What?
DMs.
Who did?
A woman offered to be my sugar mommy in my
Okay,
DMs
but, like,
today.
you know, if you just got her, like, to a couple of Zoom dinners and she sends you money,
If you gotta spend her time
I
with her
see no harm in
quarantine
that,
level,
you know? You just say, like, hi, Gwyneth, how are you? And she goes, oh, God, I hate my
she says,
husband.
I wire transferred you $500. You say, good night.
You're like, bye.
You guys, you need to entertain. I'm gonna mute myself. I need to go check on the car. BRB.
Okay.
Go
I
for it.
understand.
BRB.
Oh, my God, go check in
Okay,
the car.
now it's just like we're in the St. Louis Park Starbucks.
Okay, so for anybody that don't know, most people don't know, whenever we meet at the same Starbucks.
Let's please not give the address, Ryan. Let's not
No.
be.
Every single time.
It's
Okay,
around
and
Minneapolis.
here's the thing.
Starbucks.
We always meet Haley. If you don't follow at Haley's Hanger, an icon,
You
we love
probably-
her.
If you don't follow her, go block her. I'm just kidding.
Text from
and-
her.
Just kidding.
So logistically, I live on the north side of the cities. St. Louis Park is like exactly like it's like this like the city next to Minneapolis, like on the west side.
Very true.
And Jack and Ryan live straight south of the cities. So I'm 20 minutes north, they're like 20 minutes south. And Haley's smack dab in the middle. And for some reason, we always meet Haley.
right at her
because
house.
it's
Basically,
Haley.
right at her house.
She lives with her grandma, and her grandma is like not even 10 minutes away from the Starbucks. It's a good like half-hour drive.
For both.
It's like a half
It's
hour drive
far,
for me.
yeah.
We're in the like southern part of the cities, and Nick is like all the way up here. I forget that I need to move over. So like,
First, Blake got his flushable wipe stolen. Now.
Oh my God, I felt so bad.
Okay.
It's like my flushable
I
wipes
can't
got
tag your
taken.
comment like Blake can, but Annette said, does anyone feel like Poshmark should be doing more to make the app better? Like instead of Posh Fest? Okay, so I think they can still do Posh Fest.
Yeah,
But
because it's fun.
for the, what do they call it? The like,
Oh, the hackathon.
hackathon.
Mhm.
where they come out with the new features, I do think that Poshmark could step it up a little bit.
I mean, like, I'm definitely very appreciative of the SKU aspect of the hackathon from 2018.
But
it's
I feel like-
super nice to have.
They could, I don't know. I feel like they add some features that honestly I don't know if anyone asked
I'm
for.
kind of like, we don't
Like
need
how they're
this.
adding the stories or whatever. Which when was that coming again?
I don't
I don't know. I think they're supposed to be here by now, but they're pointless.
Because
It's
I don't
like,
know, but
you know, I follow Nick on Instagram, for example. So like, why when I want to watch
yeah, I would not use that
his
feature.
Poshmark story when I can just go watch his Instagram story that I already like know is his? Because I
Yeah.
feel like people's Instagram handles, like social media handles, and people's like Poshmark handles are different. Like mine are different. I'm not RyansThriftFinds on Poshmark.
Well, and if it's me, I go on Posh to like list or to like strictly look up something. I'm not
Yeah.
really looking at like what people that I follow are like posting or
Because
like
you follow those people on Instagram,
doing.
and you're like, let me go check Instagram to see what like
Okay, maybe I'm creepy, but I do sometimes, but that's just me.
on pot. You,
Well, I mean, like I check some people I know, but like
yeah,
I don't know if I'd be like watching stories.
Yeah, I go to Jack's closet and I say, "Ooh, darling, that's ugly."
okay.
And I go
you
to your
know,
Instagram and I say, "Ooh, darling, that's ugly." No, I'm just kidding.
I need the fan.
As Debbie said,
fan.
every party needs a pooper. That's why we invited you.
Debbie is Jack's mom. If you're not familiar, she's a wonderful.
That's like my
woman.
favorite saying.
Okay, it was his car.
He says, "My flushable wipe."
Shut up.
What happened? No. That's the- is your toilet 2 feet away from your computer?
No, I have
He says, "I left my MacBook Pro in the car, but I took my flushable wipes."
No. This happened to me 3 years ago when I first, or 4 years ago when I first moved to LA. It was so violating because they stole stuff and they stole the garage clicker so that they could come back and break into other cars.
In your house? Oh my god! I remember
Oh,
Jack's
that's
car
creepy.
got broken into at your old
Yes.
your old apartment.
That was terrible. They stole Givenchy sunglasses, my favorite sunglasses I've ever had.
We still can't find them.
They stole like a Gucci wallet. Not good.
But like, it's stupid if you have stuff visible, like especially in LA. That's like the number one thing they talk about here specifically. Breaking in happens all the time, especially like now when people are not going to their cars as often.
Yeah. I mean, I was like really, really dumb. I just like fluke. It was like the one day ever that I left my like backpack in the car.
Yeah, no, I remember
Ever.
that.
Like I
Mhm.
never ever do. And then somehow I left the car unlocked too.
I don't have a car yet, so
Again,
this
it was
is
like
not my problem.
it was literally he happened to look by chance on like the
Flushable
one day
wipes
I've ever
and
done
all
this. we're safe. The flushable, the Cottonelle.
You know, Blake may not have his like
Everyone's on a
cheetah print
TP, but like
Louis
Blake's
Vuitton
got
wallet,
his.
but Blake's got his
He
flushable
got
wipes.
his FWs.
Sugar baby, I got your wipes. Don't you worry.
Sugar baby stuff are usually
Don't you worry.
that's Blake's sugar baby ad.
Oh,
He's like,
I'm sure.
I don't have any money, but I got
I'm gonna
flushable.
start being like Jeffree Star and start my YouTube channel with, "Hi, how are ya? Welcome back to my channel."
Channel with the Cottonelle flushable wipes.
Please make
I
like merch that
love
are just
that.
flushable wipes.
Yeah,
They just do, like
nice.
Blake on
Your
the
next
flushable
set
wipes.
of printable thank you cards, just say Cottonelle flushable.
Yeah.
Oh my God, spokesperson. Unofficial.
Screw those bears. We don't need them.
Well,
Can't relate to the bears. I can relate. I love that.
thank you guys for holding down the fort. Sorry that I had to leave. Everyone had to check on my car.
Yeah. How can you
It's
do that
okay.
to us?
You talk about your flushable wipes a lot. That's it.
So I guess we're winding down to almost 2 hours. Can you believe we could probably talk for like 10? So
I
Blake
feel like
says, "I
any-
am so tired."
Blake's like, oh my god, it's 9 o'clock in California.
So fun fact, last night we FaceTimed. Blake was like, it's 9:00 p.m. It was 11 where we were, and we FaceTimed until 2 in the morning
Yeah.
yesterday.
And now he's tired of
and now
us.
he's like, oh, I'm going to bed. Get my beauty room.
listen, the shade that is coming through this computer screen. I need sunglasses.
I hope you become pale.
Thumbnail.
Are you Trisha Paytas?
Have you seen her Chick-fil-A video?
No.
Very excited.
Where she's in the pink car, and she's like, "Hey, yeah." She's looking outside the window.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, they make a gif of that. Like, oh yeah.
Everything this woman does.
I love it. I love her. She's so funny.
Someone asked if the flushable wipes are linked in my description. They're in my Amazon store. Yes.
Okay, how did you get the Amazon store?
So
I want to get one so bad.
there's 2 programs. There's Amazon Associates and Amazon Influencer.
Mhm.
Just type in Amazon Influencer. You have to verify and you have to hit a threshold between an Instagram account or a YouTube account. I would go with your Instagram, obviously, and just apply. It takes like probably about a week, 5 business days to approve.
Yeah.
But that's a way you can have one thing.
And they approved that already. But like, influencer, good to know.
Bye,
I need to do that.
Bye, Cindy.
Bye, Cynthia.
Bye, Cindy Boom Boom. Have fun. Have a nice night. Toodles,
Cynthia.
poodles. If Renee is still here.
Wait, what's it say? R.I.P. flushable wipes. No rigs for Prez. We got them.
They're here.
They're here. They're
She
here.
says I
Not
didn't see
stolen
them,
this time.
So they were not taken off my
They
porch this
here.
time. I know. People bored.
Does anyone in the chat, do you guys have any questions as we're kind of like winding down here?
As Blake gets tired of
As
us
Blake,
slowly but surely.
is going to bed.
Listen, 4-hour chats, that's like so long.
Renee, I got an Amazon store. Easy peasy. Renee, text me the details.
We can help you.
Please.
Fix or improve. Okay, if no one has questions, I'm going to ask if anyone could recommend one changed Poshmark in relation to the app.
That's funny. We talked about that while you were gone.
We did.
Not necessarily answering that question,
Somebody
but we
asked
talked
that
about how
question.
like the changes they've brought with the hackathon, like
Meh.
Oh, got you. I got you. Well,
we haven't answered your question yet. So keep asking. Yeah.
no, I'm just curious, like, what feature would you want to change? Because for those who went to Posh Fest, they announced some of these features at a panel called the Hackathon. So people submit recommendations all throughout the year, especially one particular time when they request that you fill out their survey.
Yeah.
And they kind of released this information. And one of them was the additional information that you as the seller only see. So like if you were putting something in a bin or coding it, you could put that information in the lowest part of the form when you're filling it out when you're editing. I'm curious if anyone would like any other improvements, changes.
Oh my gosh, there was was it last year that you could submit like as many as you wanted? I submitted literally like 14.
I just sat there for like an hour and just like.
I'm trying to think of what my like number one would be. I would love if you could just set like specific sales in your store.
Oh my
like
god!
all my shoes are 20% off at the end of the week or something. That would be so
nice.
amazing. It would bring, I feel like, so much more sales.
Because like eBay can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
name
that
drop, but,
probably would be my like number one.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good one. Amberlicious changed the requirement to discount shipping when offering to likers. I feel similarly. Like, I don't like that to offer you 20%. I also have to technically increase. It's more than 20% because I have to discount
I have
shipping.
to lose
I have
more.
to take $1 or whatever off of shipping.
Yeah. Just treat it like a bundle. Just be like, you can send it.
I know.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you can always do that if you really want to put the effort into it.
Oh yeah, I know.
My size, yes. Oh yes, Posh with Pets, the my size off the brand. Oh, sorry.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like, I get it's helpful
Yes.
for like people who are shopping on the app. Like, I can see how that would be beneficial. But like, you know, I'm not buying women's Anthropologie tabs. They ain't gonna fit me.
I'm not buying, like
You
women's
know?
thongs, sandals, and size
Yeah,
like 13
I'm not buying
men's.
Tory Burch
Like,
Miller sandals. My big foot ain't gonna fit in one of those.
Yes.
Don't happen. I wish they had like a feature that you could just like turn off. You know,
the my size.
Yeah. Like if you wanted the my size on, you could have it.
Or
Option like on.
why not? I mean, what about separating buying from selling? Like there was a selling app and a buying app, because I only use my size for when I'm shopping for me, which in comparison to the amount I'm selling is 1% to 99%.
Yeah,
exactly.
Or like have it kind of like a market where you could go and like turn off and on. Like I'm like in selling mode or buying mode or something.
Ooh.
How about like stop doing the markets? That's
okay.
That's a suggestion too.
Has anybody? Okay, question for people in the chat: has anybody ever bought something from a market?
No.
Because they switched the market.
And let's just, for people who might not.
Also, the markets are a joke.
The markets are.
I have tried to look at the luxury market, and like, first off, they do not have even near like the scope of luxury brands at all.
No.
Also, you can't see anything cheaper than like
$500.
Yeah, like it's like $200.
But like,
it's ridiculous.
I think in the luxury market they do that because then they, as Poshmark, can guarantee its authenticity. So like that I kind of understand, but I'm just like,
it's just
like, you know, I'm not trying to buy some ugly women's sweater.
Everyone goes
four
no,
sizes
no,
for
no,
$140.
no.
That's not what I'm trying to do. I really think the market.
Wait, what's everyone saying no to?
To that they've never
have
used
you
the
ever
market.
bought anything in the market?
Yeah.
Okay, the home market, I could see maybe.
Okay, that one's the exception. You are the only.
Yeah, the luxury brand one is terrible. Same with the luxury party.
Okay. The luxury party, I think, really like she just needs an update.
Or all of the parties.
Oh, there's some of the. Okay, LuLaRoe is in trending still. Can I just make that?
Mama, LuLaRoe ain't a business no more.
Well, I mean, in a
Like,
big city like LA, it's not a huge market for LuLaRoe, but maybe elsewhere it is. I mean, it's still in business as a company.
It is really.
Hardly,
Oh my
but
God,
like her rippable spandex, like
Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one.
Yes.
First class shipping option.
100%.
Thank you.
That was one that I had suggested
Okay.
last year too.
I said different shipping options.
So can I explain to you why that will never happen?
I don't think it'll ever happen either, but yeah.
Because so the reason why Poshmark has a flat rate shipping the way it is that they have the rate negotiated with the Postal Service as an average.
Which is its own thing.
And it's a really good deal.
A very expensive agreement.
Have you tried to ship anything that's over like
literally anything over 1 pound?
Shipping 5 pounds would be so expensive.
Shipping like 5 pounds of stuff would probably cost you $15 to $20.
Okay, here's the thing though. I ship
It's
stuff first class all the time from my Instagram, and it can be like 14 ounces and it's $5.88.
it's expensive.
Close.
Yeah.
It's
really expensive.
So anything that's bigger than, I'll call it a pound. I'll say 16 ounces. Anything that's bigger than 16 ounces, you're already over the $7.12.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You really are.
And so
everyone, it's kind of frustrating. Everyone kind of complains about like Posh shipping costs. It is so cheap.
Okay.
It is so cheap.
Do you know what you really should complain about? Go to Mercari.
Yeah.
Ship anything over a pound. They automatically charge you like $9.62 to ship
at the
FedEx.
lowest.
It takes a week.
Or Depop, where they make you have free shipping.
I hate Depop. Unpopular opinion. I really don't like Depop. The only person I like Depop is it's Hadrian. and that's it. He's the only person that can do Depop.
Yeah. Like,
And,
he's
who's that? There's that Canadian girl on the internet.
I don't know.
She's like a Canadian girl who goes.
Here's the thing, like,
that's all she does.
I diss Depop, but like respect the people who do it. Like,
Oh yeah,
No, I have
100%.
nothing. But like,
my best friend
like, how do you?
buys so much on Depop, like
Oh my
like
God.
4 things a week.
I'm going to highlight this one, but there's a lot of context behind it. So Canada Post is very expensive, which I attribute as to why it took so long for Poshmark to negotiate that rate, because Canada Post has always been expensive.
Oh my gosh.
No, I remember.
We've watched a lot of Canadian YouTubers, and they're just like, "Oh, I shipped like a T-shirt today."
And
It was like
$20.
$22. Who
Yeah.
was the?
Do you guys follow Miss Billy?
Yes, that's who it is.
That's exactly what we're talking
Miss
about.
Philly Local Lola and her BFF Nancy.
She always talks like shipping is around $20 for like the littlest thing.
For anything.
I know.
I'm like, oh my
So
God.
that's
Who
why
She's very good at like building the
Yeah.
connections with the post offices and getting a good price.
When we
Like,
were in Phoenix, we met a girl. So Posh like brought in some of like Team Posh Canada to just like
They were
feel
based
alive
in,
and,
they were like
surprised.
Team Posh Canada, the majority of them, fun fact, they all came from San Francisco, and Poshmark paid for them to move to Vancouver.
oh my
That would
gosh.
that would be so fun. No, I met a girl and she was like, I was so happy when Poshmark said it was going to be like what, like $12.99, because it's so expensive to ship anything, even if you're in the same like province.
Yeah.
So like the fact that you can like ship something from like Ontario to like whatever the province is that's like over on
British
the
Columbia.
west. Yeah, British Columbia. That it's only $12. She was like,
Yeah.
game changer.
Which,
Her
like
name's
Posh's
Missy.
Pets just said, the Canadian dollar is like a bit different.
Yeah,
But like
I
it's
think-
still
isn't
a
it
good
That
deal.
much different.
Isn't the US dollar worth like not
I'll look it up.
the one?
No,
Canadian dollar is worth less.
Nick, this might be a good question for you because you've been on the platform for many years. What is the suggested user program?
Okay.
I remember this.
Oh.
Okay, Grandpa, what's this?
Okay, Grandpa, put your
Let
teeth
me tell you about the suggested user program. So, back in the day, you could apply to be this thing called a suggested user. And basically what happened was, so you know how now you can go and search, and like when you go to the search people, and on the bottom of it, it says like Posh ambassadors.
Yeah.
And you can follow Posh ambassadors. Well, it used to say suggested users. And the difference is that you know how everybody can be a Posh ambassador now?
Yeah.
Not everybody could be a suggested user.
But like,
I remember.
Posh ambassador doesn't like, in theory, intangible things. It doesn't get you anything.
So let me tell you, I can explain that. Because it was at the Chicago Posh Fest when they announced the change. Back in 2017. Because the idea was, okay, I'll tell you about suggested user first. So once you got approved to be a suggested user, you got this big, long email. A lot of the times you didn't even apply. Like, I never applied. They just chose me. And it was huge because you would get put on this thing that people would call the wheel.
Yeah, I
And
remember.
you would be on the wheel for an hour. And in that hour, you would get 30,000 followers.
Mm-hmm. I remember spinning the wheel. I joined Poshmark in like 2016 for the first time, and I remember like right when you sign up, it says like, you know, oh, here's the suggested users, and it gives you all these like massive accounts to follow. And then I remember the wheel, and you know, spin
Yeah.
the wheel and follow people. Mhm.
So you would do that, and you would get that's so like I have 200,000 followers on the app. I got probably 130,000 of those before, in like the 2 or 3 years I was on the app when suggested users were a thing. And then the idea is that so they announced the idea of the Posh Ambassador program in Chicago in 2017, and Manish described it as like a more fair way for people to get exposure. So the idea was it wasn't that just a few people were getting all the exposure, but everybody had the opportunity to get the exposure. I don't think it necessarily worked that way, but that was the idea behind it.
Sorry, we're not laughing at you.
Why are you laughing?
Nothing.
It's Mike.
Nothing.
He's right over by the door.
I'm sorry, Nick. I was
sleeping,
actually
and he
listening to you.
looks-
We're just laughing about
He
this.
looks really bad.
Okay.
Sorry, it's the dog.
I'm actually listening to you. I'm sorry.
Sorry, we're not laughing with you. We're not laughing at you. We're laughing with you.
We're not laughing with
Dog
you.
is
We're laughing at
being-
you.
that's
I
usually
keep,
it.
okay, this is totally not related to anything, but I keep looking over at my veggie chips, like veggie crisps.
Oh my god.
I think I'm munching on one of those, and then I think everybody's gonna listen to me eat this damn chip. So I'm
You
not.
know,
I'll do you.
You're gonna eat
Go
this
eat
shit,
it.
and I'm
Go
gonna
eat
block
it.
you.
Blake, can I put you on blast?
Wait, why?
I can tell you why we're laughing. Okay, so I saw that you put yourself on mute, and I was like, is he farting?
No, I'm texting my manager, and I didn't want you to hear my keyboard click.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh my god, you are so 20-something years old.
Hey, I work with children, so farts are always funny in my world, you know?
Oh my.
Okay, but like I'm literally this chat.
Blocked. Anyway. Everybody take a deep breath. By
That's
everybody me.
Everybody, give this video a thumbs up, please.
He says,
Please
now I'm
do,
done.
You know?
Please.
It's a good time.
We're digressing so.
Numbers and farts.
We go from the most serious to the most
To
sarcastic.
the most
Yeah, I talked about tax information and farts in the same video.
Literally.
Like,
I saw Serena, who is watching this, hopefully still.
Hey,
She
sis.
asked, when is the next time we can expect one of these? If you want to
If
see
you
more of
want.
these
I
spam
don't know how to do.
because he planned this.
We should
So
do a weekly.
we should. This would be fun.
It'd be a good time.
have our podcast.
Yeah.
No, don't talk about it.
Podcast,
Don't talk about it.
That'd be
The
fun.
Posh Gays, like
We're not releasing anything yet. Stop.
we're not. I'm just
Okay, so wait, back to the whole ambassador moment. The wheel's over. It's Posh Fest 2017. They say ambassadors. Go.
Oh yeah, so then that's when, and then it lasted for like 6 more months. And that's when they got rid of the suggested user program, and everybody could be a Posh ambassador, but everybody who was a suggested user was like automatically a Posh ambassador for life. That would be me. And so yeah, you just didn't gain followers as fast. But people who are like OGs on the app, like Alex, the Deal Queen, that's why she has 1 million followers. Is because she was on the suggested user reel.
Is that how Hannah got all her followers?
And
Hannah Barberi.
all of the people who are on the app, like right away, all have ridiculous amounts of followers because of this. They were on the suggested user program for so long.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
There's
There's Serena, she's still here. She said make this weekly.
Okay, so like, but ultimately, like, other than followers and maybe an early access to buying your Posh Fest ticket, it doesn't get you anything.
No,
Correct.
No, it doesn't do anything.
So to go off of that, I know that one of my recommendations to the team, Posh team, was that I want them to create some sort of, not ambassador, but calling it something different, to have like influencers kind of be more visible, like maybe for a year, maybe it's a year-long thing.
Yeah.
Like I know Amanda Weiss obviously is like unofficially the face of Poshmark.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not official. It's official. You kidding me?
I mean, I don't, it technically is like not official, I don't think. I mean, I don't know her situation, but she has definitely
I have her on LinkedIn. I should look.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. This whole farting thing has no one
on you.
So like we're gonna be done with that.
What'd you?
Someone said
Sorry, we shouldn't have brought it up. That was our bad.
Oh my god.
White wine talking. Nobody farted.
I'm 30 years old. We're classy here. Thank you. But yeah, I would love something like ambassadory, and like, you know, maybe there's some benefit. I don't know what that program would look like, but it would be more influencery. Maybe the videos that year were like rotated between 20 to 50 like Posh sellers / influencers.
Mm-hmm.
But
She is the director of content.
I was gonna say, isn't she like social media manager?
The director
kind
of content strategy and brand evangelism.
Oh, her
At
LinkedIn
Poshmark.
LinkedIn picture's cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
We love LinkedIn.
Wait,
Um,
you should connect with me on LinkedIn. Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't have a LinkedIn.
I
Teachers
will.
don't need LinkedIn. We do.
love it.
I had heard someone talk about that one time they wanted Posh to like make this thing where like if you hit certain sales amounts or like $100,000 in sales or whatever, maybe your like percent that they take from you goes down.
Like the real.
Oh, like
Some certain tier.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of intrigues me.
That would be nice.
I don't know if they would ever do that, but like I could see how that would make sense because it's like you have this loyal seller.
Yeah, I feel like
I look at the amount. Like last year, when I was doing my taxes and I did like the gross sales versus what I made, I was like, Poshmark made so much. I almost just said the amount. Poshmark made so much money
they
off.
make so much money off of me. It's kind of insane.
Poshmark made 5 figures off of me, and
That's you know what though, like there's a lot of employees. I don't think it's past 500 because they're still
I
technically.
don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying.
Like it is nice that I can see the Posh fee is kind of high, but it covers certain things that other
And
platforms
I don't have to deal with shipping. That's my big thing.
Yeah.
I hate shipping.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
have to do
Shipping is
anything.
not easy.
So
With
nice.
eBay shipping makes me angry.
Yeah.
I have other problems with eBay. That's a story for a different day.
Sorry for next week.
Well, in like, okay, so you cancel an order, you just wasted a label. Also, like if there's a return, you don't have to pay for the label, neither does the buyer.
That's so nice.
If an item's lost in the mail,
They pay for it.
yeah, you
Yes.
both get your money.
I mean, they probably do file
That's
certain
so
things
amazing.
with the USPS of like lost, this is the value of a lost item, but like they do cover a lot more that other platforms don't, which I think is like a big factor
which is super
in their
nice.
fee.
Yeah, and I haven't heard of there being like a limit. I know on Mercari, it's the lost package fee is $200 max. So if you sent somebody a Louis bag and USPS said, "Whoopsies,"
Okay, but who's buying a Louis bag on Mercari?
Hopefully no one.
Okay, so for
Oh my
Hoops and giggles, I followed Louis Vuitton on Mercari, and it said like sold within 10 minutes, and somebody spent
People buy a lot of fake ones.
$1,700 on a Louis bag. I looked at it, and it was one of the most god awful fakes I've ever seen in my entire life. And it said she better call her credit card company. She better say you better deny that charge.
Fraud.
It's bad. Oh my god.
Someone asked who Amanda Weiss was. Annette. She is the director of what content?
Yeah.
Content
Social
strategy and social evangelism.
She goes on Instagram a lot.
Yeah, she's very involved with the community and like developing like all the lives, and she's part of, like creating the content that you see like with the blog, with the newsletters, etc.
She probably runs the stories and she does the
download.
Yeah.
She picks the people to do the community takeovers.
She usually hosts like the live YouTube
Mhm.
stuff. She's very much like their social face.
She's very like
Her or like Adiel, rose gold lining.
I love Adiel. She's so sweet.
Adiel does.
Like
she's
marketing.
a different she's
Yeah.
within, like the
On
market.
par. They're like the same position, but like a different thing.
Yeah, like Amanda's content. I think Adiel's community. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And then Kate is social media.
Mm-hmm.
yes, Denali, we are still here. Glad you are well fed.
With the pennies on the counter.
Did you shower?
Lori,
Yeah.
yes, she does trend videos on Poshmark's YouTube. Yes, she sure does.
That
Yep.
she do because she is a trendy gal.
Yep.
She
Yep.
loves White Claw.
Which is a
And
trendy
she loves
thing.
makeup. That's it.
I'm going to open this up to the chat now. There's a question from Annette again. Poshmark fees are really starting to not be worth it. Annette, I'm curious why you say that, because I think there's pros and cons to everything depending on the platform that you choose. I think people underestimate the ship, what it takes to ship, which is like a huge pro for Poshmark. And I mean,
And like I do really appreciate all the insurance and like safety I feel being a seller or a buyer on Poshmark.
Exactly.
Like they provide
like free authentication.
you feel
That's great.
confident if you're a buyer or a seller. Exactly.
Mhm.
well,
And honestly, like I feel that all the stuff that Poshmark does just beyond that, when you compare it to say like eBay, now I do think one thing they need is a customer support line.
They need.
my God.
100%.
Give me a phone
Yes.
number. I want it all. Anyway.
But I think that where was I going with this?
I don't know.
Once you add say eBay for example, once you add all of the fees together, the eBay fee, then you're paying for listings, then you're paying to transfer your money, and then you have PayPal, and then you're paying a PayPal fee, and then you're paying shipping.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Once
lot.
you add all those things together, it might not add up to 20%, but you're getting up there, especially if you're offering shipping, like discounted shipping or free shipping.
Exactly.
Yep.
And also, I'm a big believer in demographics and different demographics selling better on different platforms.
Very
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I really feel like eBay has that like older demographic that kind of like remembers it when it kind of first came out.
Well,
And-
the devoted eBay shopper is the person who has been shopping on eBay since 1999.
yeah, exactly. It's definitely like, Auntie Karen.
Yep.
Guys.
I've had my account since 2004.
Oh, yeah, I've had mine forever. I used to sell like precious moments for my mom. And,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
when I was like in middle school. Like, yeah.
I also Annette also talked about shipping, because it's increasing. Listen, shipping in general, Poshmark or not, just in the world, is not ever going to be cheaper.
No.
So just accept that and
And also, it goes up every year.
I
Like
love
it always will. It always does.
but
it
it's always
has.
like by nothing.
oh
Like
yeah, no.
everybody threw
32 cents.
a conniption over like what was it, like 32
Oh,
cents.
I remember when people did last year too. Like
Okay,
the
and
year
I'm
before.
always like really here for the drama that comes around like when the shipping goes up by like pocket change. It goes up by
And everybody says
and everybody's like, we're
know
never gonna
everything.
make any sales. We're all gonna have to go on unemployment, and nobody's gonna make any money, and nobody wants to spend. I remember when it was like when I first started, shipping was like $5.49. I remember when it was like $5.49, and everybody. I remember I made my Posh Instagram, and it went from like whatever it had gone up
to like
sell.
$5.79.
No, yeah, it went up to like $6, and everybody was like, "We're never gonna make any money. People are never going to use this trash app. This is disgusting. How dare you?" It was his, and then life goes on. You make money. You will make sales. People
50 cents doesn't throw someone off from buying like an Anthro shirt for
especially
$30. Like,
it might though if it's like
if it's
low cost item, but at the same time, like if someone's, regardless of their financial circumstances, but if they're buying something that's $5 and they have to pay that shipping, I mean, they're on the platform. They know what it'll be. So if they're going to pay it, they're going to pay it.
Kind of like, remember when they first started charging people sales tax?
oh my god,
Oh my God.
yeah,
And everybody lost it.
a hissy fit.
And I went on, okay, thankfully, I don't know if you two know this, but people in the chat may not know this. Minnesota, no tax on clothes.
It's amazing.
And so
I
I
was taxed on clothes as
don't
well.
have to pay taxes on, which is amazing. So like at the bins, I'll buy 100 pounds of clothes and it'll be $100, or it used to be. They raised it, but there's no tax on any clothes you buy here.
yeah.
Oh, no, ma'am.
Stuff. And that's why they built Mall of America here.
There's no tax on
People will get a 4-hour layover, and Mall of America is right next to the airport. So
Yep.
people will purposely get a layover here, go to Mall of America, buy like a Bottega Veneta dress for $1,000,
Yeah,
and
no
pay
tax.
tax on it, save $700, and then go get back on the plane.
Exactly.
There's a direct little train. There's a little trolley that goes
The
directly
light rail.
from the Minneapolis airport to Mall of America. It's
You walk in through Nordstrom.
yeah,
Exactly.
no, that's the big thing. The big entrance to Mall of America is to the Nordstrom, which I always feel so rich, even though I'm
And the Nordstrom at Mall of America is the 3rd top selling Nordstrom in the country.
because it's a good Nordstrom. Like
It
it's
is.
clean. It's
we
nice.
saw Lil Cuddy there.
Yeah, no, we saw Machine Gun
Or
Kelly.
yeah, whatever.
Oh, my
Little-
sister
yeah.
goes,
Machine
I
Gun
don't
Kelly.
know who that is. And I was like, no, he looks like an idiot. He was in this spray painted denim 2-piece. She's like, Ryan, that's Machine Gun Kelly. And I was like, I don't know who that is. What does he do? Is he a TikToker? Does he make TikToks? She's like, no, he's a rapper. And I was like, oh God.
I'm going to highlight this comment. I'm curious, Ange, what would you want them to educate you / the past, like the users, like the sellers, the buyers? I'm curious because
Yeah.
that's interesting.
I feel like education-wise, you may.
Maybe a little less wine quotes and a little more like, this is what sellers do on Poshmark.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Okay, yeah, I could
I definitely
agree
feel
when
that.
at Posh Fest they title all these different like conferences or
Oh, the like
speeches
breakaway,
different,
the
but the one
breakaway
that's like the
sessions.
data something
It's not
Oh,
like
yeah. Data analytics. Yeah.
very vague and like not usable information.
No.
Which I do agree they could
Um,
educate us more on like, hey, at this time people are online.
Yeah.
At this time, like whatever. Like this item sells best during this month. I don't know. Something like that.
They did a good job of saying like what brands are selling really well, but it's because it's like Lululemon
It's
and
obvious.
Reformation.
Okay,
Like,
really, they gave you like 3 brands per.
yeah.
I want to see like what if they can get demographic data. What
Yeah,
brands are selling
that
best
really
among
is.
ages 18 to 24? What brands are selling best? What % of the app is people between the ages of this and this?
Mhm.
Yes, exactly.
Everybody knows that their target market is millennials, but now that Gen Z is getting older, like what are Gen
Like,
Z people
My
buying?
sister, she's at Poshmark all the time, and I'm like, I would love to know what people like her are buying.
Or if it
Like,
was like,
I wanna know
even
so I
if
can
it
get
was
it
like
consulted.
Instagram, where you can go on your Instagram and you can hit view insights and see what
Yeah.
% of your followers are a gender, are an age, are from this area.
Or from
If
the-
you could do that with like,
Mhm.
what % of the people that look at my actual closet, like not one
Or-
specific listing, are from this demographic?
Exactly.
Seeing how many views on your listings.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
That
Or like
too.
seller information, not seller information, but like buyer information. So it's
Yeah.
like, a lot of people from, this region are buying this type of garment. A lot of people from this region are looking for this brand in particular.
Yeah.
But instead, they're like, if you put more than 25 words in your description, your listing has a 60% chance.
Let's talk about SEO.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
duh.
I think SEO would be something that they should have a whole session on at Posh Fest.
Okay, what does that mean?
Search engine optimization. What is
So cool.
in Google? Tell people what guest buyers are. I get a question like once a week. Like, did somebody deleted their account? Can I ship this item? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the people. Okay, that I think is a really good point because it kind of like it makes me a little like nervous every time I see it. It's people that like Google like anthropology like white linen top and they find a Poshmark listing. They buy it. They don't need to make a Poshmark account to buy that specific item, or it just kind of like it's an automatically generated username or whatever.
It's like a guest. Almost.
Yeah, exactly. I really, really, really wish that they would kind of like talk about and like say like what percentage of items or like what kind of items or like what demographic, if that information is available, of like what are those like guest listings going to, because I think that would be really interesting to kind of like know and then hone in on.
Here, okay, wait. There's some good conversation happening in this chat. So Annette again recommending that Poshmark needs to educate buyers on what bundles are and why they're advantageous. Yes. However, okay, this is the thing. You can't broadcast something that is that's kind of specific.
Mhm.
Like just like putting out all that effort to educate people on buying bundles is great, but if they're shopping a closet that doesn't have multiple items for them to bundle,
Exactly.
it's a wasted
Or it's
conversation.
not necessarily convenient.
Yeah.
Like big
I
closets,
think-
especially if you can't filter by your size in a closet other than my size, which they need to change, then I don't want to scroll. Like I have 500 and some active listings. Like, do you really want to scroll through 500 things?
Yeah. I feel like it'd be a good, like to tie that wanting to educate the bundle and the shipping. I think something that people do want is a way to buy from Jack's closet, Ryan's closet, Nick's closet, my closet.
Yeah, like where
And
you
pay one shipping price across all of them. But it's easy for us to say that.
Yeah.
The logistics of how that would work is
that'd
not.
be a nightmare. That would be a nightmare. But I feel like I really,
Yeah, I don't know how they would.
yeah, I don't know how they would. I don't think that would be like possible unless I'm like, send me your item or like give it to me and I'll just like ship everybody's thing
Yeah,
as
but
one big
that's
bundle.
not feasible.
But no, that's
usually.
like Blake's in California, Nick's in Minnesota, we're in Iowa.
It's trying. Okay, so Poshmark and eBay are like direct to whoever's buying wherever, but you can't. It's not a website that takes on shipping itself like the Real. The Real has its own shipping. They do it.
Exactly.
The Real. But you're paying, you're paying Poshmark, but it's coming to the seller and the shipping, Poshmark's making zero money on shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
If anything, you're losing money on shipping.
Yes.
right. So yeah.
I would say that's something that I would tell people is that Poshmark pays the difference. If you don't know,
No, they really do.
negotiated rates pay the difference.
The
And
rate we have is exceptional.
that's 20% that you're paying.
And you can, for anyone that doesn't know, because maybe they haven't had something this heavy, you can only ship up to 10 pounds on Poshmark. You do have to pay up, like you as the seller have to buy the upgraded label, which for 10 pounds is $19.99, maybe a little bit more now because of the increase, which sounds crazy, but 10 pounds shipped on your own
Is
at the
40.
providers would be
like $35, $40. It's so expensive.
I just had to.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on.
Also, Poshmark has the super, super, super amazing advantage of you can use the flat rate boxes
Oh my
to
god.
ship.
That's insane.
There is no other thing you
I
can
don't know
do
how they
that lets you use the
negotiated
flat
that,
rate
but
boxes.
that's
And those are
amazing.
amazing. You can get free shipping supplies anywhere.
Yeah, Kiki, this is yes. So people might be educated about the bundle, but they might not purposefully choose to buy in a bundle because maybe they're sending something to a child or to a parent. I did that for Christmas. I sent stuff home to my place in New York.
Mhm.
And then I shopped for something for myself in LA. So, people buying twice. Yeah, I just let them do that. Education is fine, but sometimes people are choosing to not.
Bundle thing, I feel like still the majority of people on Poshmark are not resellers. Like it's not people like
No,
do
it's
this for a living, where they like go to Goodwill and source and curate and do
And
all
it's
this.
not like business.
No, it's
feel
definitely like Deborah from down the street who's like, oh, I need to clean my closet out, and it's like individual people cleaning out their own personal closets.
Yeah.
I feel like when you throw in like bundles and all this and all this and all this, it gets really complicated for like your average, like just like
Mom.
cleaning out like 5-10 things a closet every now and again versus us who are like really well versed in the app. We do this all the time. We're on the app a lot more than the average like person. I feel like the education is good, but I really feel like the people that are mainly on it are like they really just it wouldn't like land very well.
Yeah.
You know?
I think Annette, we've already touched on this a little bit, but bundling, someone has to cover the cost of shipping to bundle across multiple closets and treat it like a traditional website. And that is, although you're expressing frustration about the lack of that, there's a lot of logistical things that go behind that. And it's not as easy as just click a button and, add it to one cart. It's like a lot more in depth than that.
Yeah.
And it doesn't just involve systems. It involves finances, money for everyone.
I saw recently that Mercari added that you can add to cart. I don't know if that combines shipping, but I don't shop on Mercari very often, but you can add to cart from like a bunch of different sellers.
No, I've tried that, and it's definitely like you just pay shipping
For all of them?
No, individually.
Oh.
So they charge you like, you pay for each item and then you pay for each item's shipping separate.
It's
so
like
each item is $60. The shipping is like, 30, whatever.
it's
And
like
then you
near
just- that's it.
impossible that they could ever make it that you can
Yeah.
like buy from multiple closets and get one shipping.
Especially when it's like individual people.
Yeah.
Like we're not businesses. We're like people doing this out of our houses or out of our basements.
Yeah.
So it's just really Mike. You do not. Quickie Troy.
Hi, Mike. I think if anything, Poshmark is probably focusing on obviously expanding the markets.
Very true.
Also allowing us to sell internationally. Someone commented about that.
I would love to sell to Canada.
I think
would love
they
to
are
buy
planning
from
on that, though.
Canada.
Like it's Posh North America. Like it would have to be separate
It's
for
a
like
logistical nightmare.
Oh my god. It's
Like, because there's customs, it would potentially be more expensive. People would have to pay taxes on it, and then it just turns into this whole thing. And then someone said, "Why don't they have a centralized location for the like eBay global shipping?" That's money. That's another facility, more employees, more logistical nightmares, more taxes. Like,
And the thing is, it's like you can't really compare Poshmark and eBay, even though they're becoming competitors.
yeah.
eBay is an established company that has been around since the 90s.
I was gonna say eBay's decades old.
tens of
Poshmark is not even a decade old.
I don't know how many employees eBay has. It has to be over 10,000.
Oh my God, so many.
They're a profitable company. A lot of people don't know Poshmark's not a profitable company yet.
Yeah.
They're still what like we were talking about this last night.
Oh my
They're
gosh,
still
it takes
technically considered a
companies
startup.
for
It takes like 15 years to become a
like
profitable.
Amazon just did like a year ago or 2 years ago.
Yeah,
like it
exactly.
takes forever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like a weird statement to say, because that's not to say people that work for Poshmark aren't making money. Like that's something that people want to think in their head. Like Manish is still probably driving a really nice car and has
Oh
really
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
he
he
had
makes
those-
a lot.
He had those nice little sneakers when he went to Posh Fest. Like they still make money. It's
But
just,
that's an expense to the business.
Yeah.
But that's not to say Poshmark in its own entity is not
Profitable.
a profitable company yet, and that's probably why they wanted to file for an IPO to get more money.
Yeah.
Um,
From investors. Someone just asked if they think Poshmark will go public. I think for right now, based on the times, they will not go public.
oh no,
No.
ma'am. I don't think that'll happen
Time
for
to invest.
years.
Not the time to invest.
No.
So if anything, they're trying to maybe might not be the time to invest in going public because stocks are crap, but it is the time to potentially invest in the future of how people will buy, which I am so behind Poshmark in that way, because we are reducing the fashion waste. We're recycling items. We're giving items that once lived in my home to your home and then maybe on again and again. So it's eliminating a lot of waste.
But look at what Poshmark is doing to those companies. And like Forever 21 is shutting down, which is something that like I never would have thought is happening. And I think it's like really genuinely because like, you know, resale is becoming so popular, and brands like Reformation and these like Everlane and like these brands that like recycle and like
DTC brands,
yeah,
direct to consumer.
sustainability is really starting to kind of like not be something that's trendy, but something that's like really like, you know,
Usable.
say,
Yeah.
yeah, that like people are starting to
Like
understand.
getting out of the idea in their head that you can't be both sustainable and make money.
Exactly.
Which
This
I
is-
love what Denali said.
Yeah,
Very
there's
true.
it's so interesting what people are saying.
Because the Real is doing amazing, but as soon as they entered like IPO,
Did they do bad? Okay, but like here's the thing.
but like
though.
their business is doing fantastic.
For fake things. Right after they went public,
What was that?
What you cut out?
The Real had a huge like I can't think of the word, I'm tired. A scandal right after
Oh,
they
I
went
know.
public.
Yeah, I
And,
know.
and investors fled. It really hurt them.
Oh,
I
with their
know.
fakes and
With the
stuff.
Dior thing and everything.
Oh
yeah.
my! You know, somebody gets one little questionable Dior bag. That doesn't mean the whole company got to go belly up. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
But it's not, because that's what the Real's whole thing is, that you don't have to worry about it being authentic.
Yeah.
but then
I
like,
was gonna
the
say,
other
I
side of
mean,
the
they
coin, that's very true.
To promise all that, it's okay to question them. Like,
But you guys, this has been over 2.5 hours.
I know.
What?
We are live.
A more often occurrence.
You guys, we really could talk more. Maybe we need to shift. I mean, listen, I really value my sleep, but maybe we need to shift this to be earlier in the day.
Oh my god!
Are you kidding? You're so much earlier
Like,
than we are.
It is 9 o'clock there.
Listen, don't mock me because I value my sleep.
Again, he puts his cucumbers on his eyes. He
He puts the cucumbers and the like beauty sleep, like pink velour sleep mask on, and says, "You better get out of my house."
Listen,
Someone needs sleep.
my face mask is a moist wipe.
He just
The only thing I need, my flushable wipes
and a good
that's it.
pillow.
He says, and a bed.
Oh my god, you guys, people are still here. Tamsin, Dana. Oh my
I
god.
know, seriously. Okay, how many people do we still have? Like in the 70s?
61. It kind of dipped after like the first hour and a half a little bit, but it's
I can't even believe 61. Thank
like,
you all.
thank you guys so
serious?
much.
Simply Dana.
For
go
a
to
lot of
bed.
you, it's after midnight. That's insane.
It's 11:34 here.
That's crazy.
34 a.m. Well, thank you so much for spending your time with us, everybody.
Serious.
Yeah.
Graph
Listening
who
Yeah.
may not know who I am because I'm not big on YouTube.
Yeah,
Don't
who's that on the bottom screen? I don't know.
before everyone leaves, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And of course, don't forget to check out our guests' information, Jack and Ryan up here, Nick down below. All their links to Poshmark and Instagram and whatever will be available in the links below. And give everyone a follow.
Please.
We just
You
all
want
love
to see more of these? Spam Blake's DM.
Or just DM me. I have his phone number. I can just text him.
We all have his phone number.
Yeah, I know, but
I'll
like,
sell it to you for $50.
yeah, no, if you want it, then when we
Yeah,
50.
let's box Blake.
Give me a cut of that if you actually. Okay.
Yeah, it's your phone number, but I need the money more. You know?
Oh, but who doesn't have a job?
Okay, we get it. You know what?
You too.
I'm kidding. I'm fine. Trust me.
He's like, I'm not fine.
Help a dear mom. No,
It's just like, who wants my phone number? I'll Venmo you. Love.
If
Anyway,
we do this again, I promise I'll actually get my studio lights so I don't look like I'm sitting in a
Nick,
Oh, please do.
please,
Get out of
no.
the cave.
we'll just call this a learning opportunity. You know?
or you know what? You could get one of if you do it on your phone, you could get one of Renee's ring lights on the phone.
I'm gonna order one.
I have a tripod ring light. I just didn't set it up when I was using my phone before my audio went.
Lady.
You know, some things need to be said.
All right, you guys, thank you so much. The three of you, please stay on just a moment, and we'll talk later. Thank you again for tuning in.
Bye.
Bye.